Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab us, come and eat a scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Plume's training people, worders in. MAURICE and go, great to take top bean. Good morning, come and mooing. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab us, come and eat a scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Plume's training people, worders in. MAURICE and go, great to take top bean. Good morning, come and mooing. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab us, come and eat a scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Plume's training people, worders in. MAURICE and go, great to take top bean. Good morning, come and mooing. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play.
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin! Good morning, everybody! Also, actually, not even the crazy one. Wish you all a beautiful and an awesome Monday. Well, chat, as I promised you guys again and again and again, that my brother MAURICE is gonna come. So, guess what, guys? He is here! MAURICE, you know what I just noticed?
What?
Look at this. Check this out. Let's play a game. Me
Mhm.
and great minds think alike.
I think I already know where you want to go.
Or I want to go. Let's see. Why?
Does it have to do with some busting?
Yes, sir. Doesn't have
I
great.
noticed the same thing.
You did?
Yes.
Because I'm sitting here, I was like, wait a minute. MAURICE has got the Ghostbusters over there. And yet I pretty much have the Ghostbusters picture right here because this is literally one of the I was like, what the hell? Oh man, great minds.
I even got the Ghostbuster stories from the 1980s up there.
Oh really? Oh no.
You can actually see the
Wait, are they boxed? Nice.
No.
Oh, it's like, oh man. Ooh, you got some cash right there, man, because those things box. Oh.
But it's a lot of I love Ghostbusters.
Oh, that's awesome. And I was like looking at that. I was like, are you serious? I mean,
Yeah.
you got the Ghostbusters back there, and I got the painting right here. I mean, great minds thinking like
I thought the same thing just before the live stream, actually.
Really?
Yeah. No joke.
But Maurice, how are you, brother? And what have you been playing? Talk to us.
Well, I'm doing really extremely well. I've been playing a
Nice.
lot the last couple of days. I literally just called. I came off from a call with my boss. I also do normal work next
Nice.
to YouTube, and I took a week off next week because there's so much content right now that I'm working on that I need to take a week off because it's too much. It's so incredibly much that I need to work on. I've been playing Assassin's Creed, of course, Assassin's Creed Shadows. I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on Nintendo Switch.
Mhm.
I've been playing some games I can't talk about yet because they're still under embargo. I'm playing um, a few PlayStation ports right now that have like pro enhancements that I'm working on. So a lot of games right now. You know, this week Adamfall comes out.
Oh, yeah.
There's a big update for Minecraft coming out tomorrow. Yeah, too much. It's too much. I'm
Um,
also rebranding my Nintendo channel right now. I'm literally going to start from zero on my Nintendo channel.
really?
It's yeah, I throw away all the videos that I had on that channel. Everything's gone. It's completely it's completely empty, the channel right now. And I'm going to start brand new with new thumbnails, a new logo, new
Nice.
everything. Gonna check out if it's yeah, if it holds up, and maybe I'm going to do it with the PlayStation and the Xbox channel too.
So wait,
In
you're gonna start from the very beginning with the Xbox and then it's
No, 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 no. The
oh,
Xbox channel stays the same. You know that the Nintendo channel was always an afterthought. You know, never been a really big thing. I think I have like what 2,500 subscribers to that channel. So yeah, that's a small channel, and I had less than like 100 videos on it, and most of them were like okay-ish.
yeah, because it's kind of weird. Like the Nintendo fans like don't go for like the testing thing because it's only like over here on PlayStation and Xbox they use that like to battle it out. Like let's go out there and have a battleground about this, you
Yeah.
know. But Nintendo's like, oh, you guys are there, okay, you know. And again, Nintendo, just in case, you know, I'm not talking bad about you. I don't want y'all coming up to my door and try to sue me. But you know, I'm just saying your fans just don't like sit there and care about the graphic stuff. They just care about
Oh,
the
they don't care. They don't care at all. You know,
you know,
they
yeah.
just love the game, and that's why I love Nintendo so much. You know, they don't care if a game is only 30 FPS or
Yes, yeah,
if it's like 720p or 540p. They
exactly.
really don't care. They just enjoy the game. You know, how many people I've spoken to that enjoyed Hogwarts Legacy on the Nintendo Switch. I've
Hmm?
played more people that played it, I think, on the Nintendo Switch than I've heard about people enjoying it on Xbox or PlayStation. And the game looks like beep on the Nintendo Switch.
Kind of like the Mortal. Is it better than the Mortal Kombat one?
No, no,
No, it's
no,
not. What?
no. I've got Mortal
Wow.
Kombat 11 on my Nintendo Switch, and it looks like
Oh, it's
yeah,
Mortal
they
Kombat.
put that game through a grinder or something. I have no idea what they've done with that game, but
Yeah.
it's insane, and they love it. They really don't care
Oh man, that's
if it looks like crap. It and then again, if you think about it, it actually makes sense.
mhm.
It actually makes sense because it's the same game. You know, the game on the Nintendo Switch is the same game as you get on the PlayStation 5 Pro.
Mm.
In the end, it just looks like nothing, but it is the same game.
Yeah, I mean it's. I keep telling this to everyone, right? When I sit here and I play games over here, and you sit there, you play the game over there. Doesn't matter where you're at. It's the same game. I mean, unless if there's like an extra feature. It wasn't like back in the day, Maurice, when we were sitting down playing Super Nintendo.
Hmm.
I always use this as an example, right? You remember Jurassic Park and Super Nintendo versus
Of
the
course.
Jurassic Park and Sega Genesis. Jurassic Park and Super Nintendo was isometric. Yet the Jurassic Park in NES was, I mean, in Sega was was a 2D side scroll running around shooting dinosaurs and everything. I don't know
Yeah.
if you remember that. Yeah, it was like two different games. Then we that was the time when games were different. Like eh, for another example, Contra. Even the characters in Contra from Sega Genesis was different than the Super NES and the Bad Guys too, and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, there was two different games. Nowadays, it's like a Call of Duty comes on Xbox, the same Call of Duty goes to PlayStation, the same Call of Duty goes to Nintendo Switch. When it does come, guys, I'm not confirming that it's there yet, but heck, it's the same game. At the end of the day, we're playing the same game. I keep saying that. I keep saying that.
People always complain about the Xbox Series S, and I'm going back to the Series S again. But you see it with Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Mhm.
Um, you run the same game. Assassin's Creed Shadows is 100% the same game on the Series S as it is on my PlayStation 5 Pro. Of
Really? So wait a minute. So
course,
you did the testing, and how are
it's
they looking?
graphically it's different, but
Okay.
it's just in the end it's the same game.
Game. All right, it's the same game. Yeah, I mean, dude, and I'm having a blast with that game, Maurice. I am in almost 30 hours right now into that game. 30 hours.
Yeah, I
And
got 30 hours too, something like that. It's a lot of fun.
it's a lot.
The problem is I've
Mhm.
been playing Assassin's Creed Shadows for almost 3 weeks now, I think. Yeah, I
Wow.
had really early access to the game. So yeah, it's I'm already um, busy with other titles, so I don't have that much. I really wish I had more time to just enjoy the game right now, but sadly, I don't have the time for it.
Wow.
I got a question from Jacob. Not a question,
Yep.
but anyway, a YouTuber and a Xbox sponsored guy here in Sweden is also called Maurice. It's a pretty uncommon, rare name. Well, not here in the Netherlands. It's a French name. And we have a lot of people that have French names here in the Netherlands or Belgium or France. So it's pretty common here.
Oh, look at Rain and Blade, and good morning to you, sir. Let me go real quick. Say good morning, my chat. Good morning, Chicaroa. Good morning, Eleni. Good morning. Let me see who else is here. Beat me, money B. What's up, brother? How you doing? Ooh, hold up. Hello, Blondie. How you doing, girl? What's up? Good morning to you, DJ Dina G. What if Xbox price cut the Xbox Series S to 200? I mean, if they did that and put that permanent there, that would be awesome. Well, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but hello to you, sir, and good morning. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Mr. Kima, good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Mystic Fragments, which is Sourblow. What's up, Sourblow? How you doing, man? What's new? What's new? Oh man, Far Q. Good morning, good morning. Red and Blood says at Louis, good morning to you and guests. Also, morning chat. I want to point out that the Series S is a far more powerful hardware than compared to the Rogue Ally and Steam Deck. So all Xbox could TBC. TBC meaning Maurice. You know what TBC means? Because I
To be continued.
to be continued. All right, all right, to be continued. All right, thank you for that. Thank you for that. And it says all it has to do is release handheld that between series consoles and series at a lower price than before the next gen releases. Interesting, because Maurice, I know you saw out there the Xbox with with Steam into it. What do you think about that, Maurice? Let's see your take. I mean,
Let's just see if what happens.
yeah.
I've seen so many things in the past already, like mock-ups and stuff with mistakes in it. Let's just hear from Microsoft when they announced something like that. And before that, it has zero things to complain or speak about if Steam is coming to Xbox or if not coming to Xbox. To be honest, right now I don't care. I will see, and if it's not, it's not. If it is, it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, it would be fun. I'm more of a guy that's like watching or thinking about how would that work.
Yeah, that's
How
that.
would that work? If I can get Steam on my Xbox, how can I run those games? Do they need to make like they do with the Steam Deck, make standard versions of the Xbox enhanced Steam powered games, or do you need to tweak the games yourself on a Xbox console? Right now, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, I want to see. I mean, I'm like you. I'm just waiting for more conversations about it. I'm waiting for more. Like, for example, I think we when you talked about this, the whole AI thing. Like they showed the other day how the AI is going to push like the games to look graphically better as they did before. And I was waiting for GDC for that to be talked about,
Hmm.
but I'm not. I don't know why they didn't bring it up to conversation because supposedly they were going to talk a little bit more about it. And I really want to see where these guys are headed next generation because it seems like they're building a console slash PC kind of thing. And if
Hmm.
they do that, it's going to be pretty amazing. And of course, the most important thing is pricing because we love talking hardware conversation. We love to see like, yeah, how powerful these consoles are and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, though, they can be really powerful. But if that price is above $1,000, I mean, we're gonna be like, you know what I mean?
Maybe not. Maybe
Maybe
not.
not. Yes, maybe not. So let's. I mean, I'm with you.
But
Let's
I
wait. And see.
don't think that Microsoft is aiming for consoles in a higher price range. You know,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
they already seen how the PlayStation 5 Pro got yeah,
Hmm.
destroyed.
Hmm.
Let's just be honest. It got completely destroyed. The PlayStation 5 Pro with it being way too. It's not a bad console. Don't get me wrong. For its price, it's an amazing console. Don't get me wrong.
Hmm.
But for its price, the changes between a standard PlayStation 5 that's like $399 or a PlayStation 5 Pro that's like double the price, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's too expensive. I mean,
It's too expensive.
it's too expensive, and basically, we have heard conversations that we have seen it out there that they're pretty much implementing something kind of like the FSR point
Yeah, but
4.0
I'm
stuff like
so
that. Like
done.
what?
You know, I was talking to the developer of the Falconeer. He's a
Hmm.
Dutch guy. I know him,
Hmm. Hmm.
and he was complaining on X like a couple of weeks ago. Where are the times where they just made games run on a native resolution?
Hmm.
These days, every developer, everybody is only busy with upscaling, FSR here, TSSA here. Uh, make games run well.
Exactly. That's what we need, right, Maurice? I'm with you there. Make games run well. Make them run like we're supposed to. Get them on the box, right? I mean, we want that 4K 60 just running natively right there.
Yeah, but the 4K 60 is also overrated. You know, there's also something like graphics. People always complain about games not being at the decent resolution. You know, I can actually tell you that 90%, what 99% of the gamers cannot see the difference between 1440p and 4K if it's right in front of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't see the difference. I barely see it, and I work with it like every day. It's such a small little update to that. It's that's why 90% of PC gamers, even with the highest graphical cards, they all play their games on 1440p. Why? Because that works perfectly fine.
Yep,
Always.
I even have a 1440 PPC. I mean, a monitor. Sorry about that. I
Yeah,
mean,
me
yeah,
too.
that's
My PC, I've got a 4080 i9,
yeah.
128
Hmm.
GDR5, and
Hmm.
I play everything in 1440p. Why should I? It, it makes no sense.
And not only that, because it's kind of funny though. I saw a tweet a long time ago, and I'm still laughing at this tweet. We saw the guy going out there to say, "Yeah, yeah, I buy my 4080 or 4090. I put it," and you see him like setting up his PC, and all of a sudden, when he turns his computer, all you see him is play Super Mario from Nintendo. So I was like, "Oh hell no! Are you serious? You went out there and spent all this money just to play a Super Mario game? I mean, come on." pretty funny. I mean, that was a pretty funny what's it called, meme right there, because it's true. I mean, a lot of these guys, they like to talk about how powerful their PC is and how big their PC is, and but at the end of the day, though, it's like I look at it and I sit here and I'm like, why do you guys, like, for example, there's a lot of guys out here that try to force other people, hey, get a PC. I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, I mean, if you want to get it, I never say don't. But in the end, though, we're playing the same game. It's just a little bit of, like I said, there's graphical improvements. Yes, there's frame rate improvement, awesome stuff. But if, let's say, if you don't have the 4K monitor because they're expensive, right? They cost tons of money. You buy a 2K one, right?
Mhm.
So what was the point?
Yeah.
Get it.
What do you think about my Ouya Xbox type machine? Oh, you mean like a streaming console?
He
Yeah.
says, but for real though, and Wuya Xbox like smaller Xbox could work. Wuya was a mobile tech specs box under your TV to play mobile games on it. Xbox could put all their own mobile games feature once
Maybe in the future they will bring something like an Xbox Mini or something. Something like a Chromecast, something like that,
hmm
with an Xbox branded Chromecast. Bring that to your TVs, and the only thing you need is a controller and one of those boxes, and you're ready. A lot of TVs like Samsung already have that built into their TVs.
Yep.
So yeah, it is already done. But yeah, I think streaming games is still in its yeah, it's still not there yet.
hmm
The best streaming service I've played on, in terms of quality, I think was still Stadia. Stadia was perfect, better,
Wow.
way better than
Wow.
XCloud
It-
and
it-
PlayStation Network stuff.
wow. I mean,
But
if Purple hears you with this, Purple will be the she'll from Stadia. She'll be screaming. She was here. Wow, really? Because I mean, I was sad that shut down because I really wanted
Mhm.
to try out the Stadia. I was like, man, when are they going to send this around the world? I was really looking forward to get one and try it out, but oh man. So
Yeah,
really,
it
so
was perfect. Stadia. I actually played for a year on Stadia. I was happy with Stadia. I even bought some games on my Stadia. It worked extremely well, extremely well. But yeah, the problem with Stadia was that the subscription services were stupid. They had really stupid subscription services.
wow, really?
Yeah, the biggest no it was, even if you bought a game, you still needed a subscription to play the game in 4K. If you bought a game and didn't had a subscription, you could only play those game in 1080p. So, and that's where it all went wrong.
hmm hmm
That's why it never got off.
Wow, wow. Wow. Because I mean, I remember the subscription service things and all that stuff, and also that you had to like buy your games a lot of the times, sit there, buy your games. Because the thing is, right, Maurice, right now it's all about subscription and services. I mean, that's what I'm seeing now. Like, for example, Sega's gonna take that route. They said they're looking into it to see if they open like their own subscription service, right? For
Hmm.
people to hop in. And I never sat here and I thought about that idea. So that's an amazing idea because with their back catalog, if they can bring all their Sega Genesis games and bring all those games that they had locked in from the past into
Yeah.
nowadays consoles and put it into a service. I mean, hell, I will go subscribe happily to do so. I mean, not only that, this generation they have really upped the ante in developing. I mean, those guys are kicking butt with their games.
Hmm.
So hell yeah, I will subscribe to that service. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
It was too early for Stadia, and I think it's still
Mhm.
too early for something like XCloud and
Yep.
PlayStation Portal cloud things.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah,
That's that's
it's still in infant. How do you say that?
it's still
Infancy.
infancy. Yes. Yes, you're right.
Infancy.
Yeah, it's still going through a process. So I
Yeah.
think I think that's not going to be till like probably the next gen, like up to the end to it. They'll
Hmm.
probably see this be defined, to work 100%. You
Yeah.
know, it's
And I
going to
also
be.
Sorry, you know.
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Oh no, I think for the next gen consoles, I don't see a really big jump in hardware. I
You
think
know?
they will add way more. I think the next gen console of Xbox will be definitely. They're not going to make two different consoles. So it's not going to be in Series X and a Series S. I do think that it will be like one base console with like pretty standard hardware, nothing like out of the ordinary, and way more are they going to work with upscaling techniques and cloud gaming and stuff. I think that's going to be the future of Xbox way more.
Hmm. Interesting take right there. That's interesting. That's interesting take because we know that there's a handheld coming. I mean, we know that 100, pretty much 100%. We know that that's going to come soon
Well,
because
the
they're working
Xbox
on it.
handheld is already out.
Really?
Of course. Yeah.
Not the Xbox, but they're partnering up. Yeah, for me, I see like a beta testing thing though. Like they're testing like the new OS. I
It
think that
works perfect.
it does. Have you
Of
tried
course,
it?
I can play everything on my ally. I can
On
literally play
oh,
everything on my ally.
and that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. And speaking of that, I mean, there's rumors going around because I see people jumping into this because I mean it's interesting that well, of what they're saying because let me see. Raiden Blaze says there is talk that Sony would want to block games appearing on Steam via Xbox. Steam could demand that all games in their apps goes everywhere. Sony doesn't produce enough games to push back. I mean, I gotta say something, Raiden Blade. There's at the end though, people talk and they want to throw a lot of stuff out there. And I keep telling you guys this: if media itself and Sony itself will start talking about that you can access your games via Xbox, right? It will be a success. They will actually even sell more games because, like for example, Black Myth Wukong. Okay, but I don't have it in the Xbox store, but yet I can buy it on Steam and play it on GeForce Now. So
Mhm.
there is a way to play it via Xbox. Boosteroid that's out there. I saw some people, I think it was playing Days Gone and other games on Boosteroid via Xbox. I have seen that. Now, I don't know why they don't talk about it, but they should. They should talk about it because as long as you got an internet right there, an internet what's it called? Yeah, like Microsoft has Edge inside the Xbox, you can access all these games and play it via your Xbox without
Not
any
all of
problems.
them. Not all of them. A
Not
lot of
all of them.
no, 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 no. A lot of them on Edge are blocked.
A lot of them,
Yeah,
like for example, Boosteroid, GeForce
I
Now. No,
think.
those
Yeah,
those
I
two, yeah.
can't play GeForce Now. I think I can only access GeForce Now if I'm in developer mode, but not standard on
Not
Edge.
the standard, really? Because I know a friend of mine who did play. He just got into the web and did play Black Myth Wukong on GeForce Now on the Xbox though. He
Yeah,
could
if
play.
he has like a developer kit on his Xbox, I think you can do it, but not
All right,
standard.
I'll ask him how he did it because all he told
Yeah.
me he was turn on the Xbox and head through there to get into the internet and get into GeForce Now and just started playing. I was like, oh really? He did it.
And let's be honest. If I see also people saying, yeah, but PlayStation is going to block the games on Steam if it goes to Xbox. Why would they?
Exactly.
Why? If it
Why?
makes money. If
Yep.
I was PlayStation, I would love money.
Exactly, because that's the thing, though. I don't know why. It's just fanboy talk. I mean, I see a lot of
Yeah.
fanboy talk about it, and I'm like, why are these fanboy? I mean, it's like they really want this to happen, but at the end of the day, I keep saying you're too much of a fanboy to understand this, but they need to make
I
money. Come
today
on.
I literally yesterday I had one of those dumbass fanboys. What was he saying? It was hilarious. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here. Let's
Oh
check it out. Wait.
no. Where's
What was he?
By the way.
Uh, odd else or something on Twitter. Why on God's green earth would anyone buy an Xbox with underneath it the PlayStation 5 versions of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle? So the simple answer I put under it, well, the biggest reason is probably You get it on Game Pass on Xbox and need to pay $79.99 for it on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I would call that a pretty darn good in reason to play it on Xbox.
Exactly. I mean, it's like I always tell my guys here on the show, guys, we always have to look at our wallets and save money. I just love how those guys go out there with their egos. Yeah, I spent the 70, but yet I'm over here saying to you, dude, I'm playing the same game as you are. Well, my game looks better. Okay, but again, you paid 70. It's the same game. But okay, you keep cheering, but keep paying your 70 because the more money you pay, the more games we get, right? I mean, we're happy over here because even Phil said it, the money that comes in, we use it over here. And that's the truth. That's what they're doing. So
I
go
have
ahead.
no problem with any exclusives going to PlayStation.
I don't
You can
either.
have it.
You can have it.
You can have it. Buy, Forza Horizon is coming out. If you want to buy it
Mhm.
for $100, hey, be my guest. I got it
Exactly.
for free. I got it almost for free on Game Pass. Hey,
Yeah.
but you do you.
Hmm. That's what we gotta say. I mean,
So
hell,
who's the stupid one?
exactly. Damn, where he's that? And speaking about Maurice, I mean, we gotta talk about this because I know me and you were playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. Me and
Hmm.
you, are you playing it and everything? And oh God, Maurice, I have never seen so much stuff being poured into this game.
Hmm.
Like so much slander because of a romantic choice.
Oh, you know what? I read a really cool thing on this on the
Uh,
internet. There was one guy
yeah,
saying, yeah, you could make a romantic thing with a guy as Yasuke,
yeah.
right?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
The only way he could know that is that he did it because it's a choice. So
Exactly.
he
It's
choose
options.
to make Yasuke a gay character.
Hmm.
He choose for it and
Hmm.
then goes on the internet complaining about it. Think about that.
That's and listen. Okay, I'm playing the game, and Maurice, let me tell you something. I have, like I said, I think it's 20 or 30 hours into it. Let's say 30 hours. Let's round out to 30 because it's close to 30. Maurice, the first choice happened after literally like 26 or 27 hours into the game. The first choice. And I was like, okay, it's there. Okay, it's there. So to either choose it or not, that's how I chose it to be,
Hmm.
because there's like four options there for you to choose. They either said get romantic, if you either you don't. That's a choice. I mean, it's not the game that's obligating you to be whatever, right? It's you for you to choose if you want it to be or not at the end
I
of the day.
don't care. You
Exactly.
know, if you want to play, if you want to make him
We
gay,
give
you make him gay.
no.
If that makes you happy, if that
Yeah,
grinds your
exactly.
gears, hey,
Yeah, exactly. Hmm.
make your character gay. I don't care.
We're,
I really don't care. But if you have a problem with it, hey, it's an option.
it's an option. Yeah,
Just
exactly.
don't do it.
Just don't do it. Yeah. But you know what I really do care about Maurice? It's the detail put in that game. I mean, Maurice, you're testing all this stuff. How is it running on the Xbox Series X? How is it running Xbox Series S? How is it running the PS5, PS5 Pro? How is, I
PS5
mean,
Pro, PS5 Pro is best. Simple.
it's best simple. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff right there. At least you have another game to add on the PS5 Pro Enhanced. Because the last time you were here, you only mentioned two. So this is gonna
Yeah,
be pretty much three right
yeah.
there, right?
Assassin's
So
Creed Shadows definitely looks better on PlayStation 5 Pro,
nice,
especially in
nice,
performance
nice.
mode. It uses way more ray tracing,
Good stuff.
way more nice light effects, especially the light effects if you're inside a house and stuff. And it's like getting lights through those like paper windows and stuff. It looks
And
gorgeous.
and
Best version out there.
And not only that, if we sit down and we look at just the details that these guys really worked on, like for example, I
Hmm.
don't know if you've been at sea in the game, like you pick up like the small boat to move around because they pick up
Hmm.
a small boat and they start to move around, right? Like if you go like in the deep sea part, the small boat doesn't resist as much, so it breaks. And so you know what I did? The boat broke and I was underwater and I was looking at the boat sinking. You know what it did? It was filling up with water, and you see the bubbles coming out of the boat. like how it was sinking, like the bubbles inside the water, like how, like, when something sinks, it lets out all the air. I was looking at that, I was like, oh my god, these guys really pushed the details on this game like crazy. Not only that, I was at one point, I even recorded this, and I was really amazed. I was still in the water, in the river, right? I was just still in the water looking at the horse straight forward, and I saw the river, like the current pushing me to the side, little by little, just pushing me, pushing me, pushing me. I was like, oh my God. I mean, they really pushed the detail into this game. The
It's
grass,
gorgeous. It's
it's
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
I love this comment, by the way. A gay samurai is about as believable as a black samurai in feudal Japan. Well, factually, there was a black samurai in feudal Japan. Secondary, where was the outrage about Neo?
Neo
Neo
was
on PlayStation 5. Where was the outrage on Neo? In Neo, you play as a Irish, blonde, blue-haired samurai in feudal Japan.
wow. Neo,
Where
Neo,
was the
Neo.
outrage? I
But
heard nobody saying something bad about that fact.
man, and not only that, Maurice, what happened with Afro Samurai?
Afro Samurai,
Afro
exactly.
Samurai, exactly. I mean, I've talked about this several times. Like, for example, when I go back into when I go back like in time, right? Remember this anime, Afro Samurai, right? It came out, it was a big hit. There was a PlayStation 2 title. I mean,
Mhm.
and I was looking through the video and I was like, man, he's literally fighting off, other Japanese enemies
It
or
was an amazing game
an
and
amazing
an
game.
amazing
Yeah,
series.
an amazing series too. But I mean, what was the complaints back there towards that? It's like there is an agenda. I feel
Back
like
then,
there's
nobody cared
back.
because
Yeah, exactly. All we cared about is playing games, right?
an amazing character is an amazing character.
Yep, yep.
And
Mhm.
Yasuke is an amazing character, and it fits
Oh,
the narrative in the story extremely well.
wow! How he's introduced into the game? I
Yeah,
was
it
like,
takes you
that's
up like 10
awesome.
hours playing as Naue
Hmm.
before you
You
get to
get to,
know Yasuke.
yeah, exactly. Yep.
And it's really well put together.
Ten.
Why is Yasuke there? Why is he helping you?
Mm-hmm.
And I love it.
It's the
It's
plot.
what I'm been saying always. I don't care
Mhm.
if it's a black character or a white character, or for my part, it's blue-haired white girl that has pronouns and identifies herself as a
Mhm.
fridge. I don't care if the character is good. The character is good.
Exactly. Yep. If it has a good backstory to it, because like I said, how they introduced the guy into the game into Japan, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool stuff. And then
Yasuke was already in Neo as a boss fight. He was the bad guy in Neo.
Neo.
Neo. Yeah, it's
Neo.
a PlayStation exclusive. Neo 1 and 2. Big
Hmm.
game, by the way, on PlayStation. But he
Really?
was literally a boss battle. Nobody cared about it.
All
A
right.
white samurai that didn't exist beating up a black samurai that did exist. Nobody cared about it. But now you can play as the good guy, Yasuke, black guy, and everybody's like, "Ooh."
Oh, yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of barking behind this game. I mean, come on, dude. I even said it. Play the game, and even those guys came out, right, and they even said this. I was laughing my butt off on Twitter when I saw that Assassin's Creed guy. The what's it called? The Assassin's Creed official channel comes out and said, "Yeah, this is optional." I was like, "Oh man." That is like the biggest slap out there that I saw, and I was just laughing my butt off with that tweet. I said, "Well deserved." You guys had to put it out there because there's just a couple people out there just trying to brag onto this issue just for clicks, just trying to shut down this whole thing, this whole game. Because again, I don't understand why the hate behind this game. Like I said, I am 28 hours into the game. I mean, literally 28 hours, guys. You can see it.
Mhm.
Like I said, I'll run it up to 30, but damn, my first romance option just appeared right now after literally playing 20 hours. Now, if it was like at the beginning of the game and the forcing you to doing everything, okay, I get your points and everything, but at the end of the day, if the story is really good and the game is super fun, because that is for me, that's the most important thing about the game. It's that it has to be super fun. Because if it's not,
Yeah.
then you know what? Then why should we play? Let's move
And
on to the
this
next
is
one.
also a
And
fun
let's
one. What Jacob is saying,
what?
saying that you don't understand nor care is like saying that you ignore our history. Well, it's not an history project, Assassin's Creed. It's a video game. You know,
Exactly.
I'm running around in Assassin's Creed. I've got the premium edition. I'm running around on a big ass dragon through the game. Where was that in the history books? You know, I can jump from a tree
Into a
into
haystack
like some haystack in a
and,
haystack, and
survive.
I jump out like not
Oh man,
even back pain.
nope. I won't even try that. Hell no, I will never try
Hell
that.
no.
Let me jump into some hay from a really tall place.
Yeah,
I,
let's jump from a
yeah.
200 story building and land
Yeah.
into some hay, and I'm just walk it off like
No, no,
yeah,
like that's nothing. No, no, no.
yeah, super
I,
realistic. You
I
know,
mean, I love when Jasuke jumps from up to
it's just
top.
like playing Call of Duty. You know, you get shot in the head and you move backwards behind a little wall and just
Yeah,
walk it off like whew,
yeah.
oh,
You're okay. We're okay.
just
Let's keep.
wait. Oh, let's go further. Ha,
Let's go
that,
further.
that's everything. Oh
Oh,
man, I really hate it when video games are not actual,
yeah.
complete,
Because
100% factual history lessons.
yeah, because that's the thing though. I think the media, not only media, also the what's it called? Also the fans out there, the supposed fans out there, try to push this like, yeah, this is not, this is super factual, stuff like that. And yet, like I said, if the game ever started and says that this is based on a true story, then we start asking questions.
Yeah,
But it's not
it's a
based
video
on.
game.
It's just a video game, just for you to have fun, just for you to hack and slash, for you to chop heads and everything. That's what you're supposed to do in this game. I'm
Yes,
Oh Lord. All I know is I'm having a blast, man. I mean,
it's a video game in the end.
it's a video game and it's fun. And John Teacher with the $5 super chat, he says you're wrong on you're wrong. You don't need developer mode to use GeForce on Xbox.
Okay.
I did it through Edge. All right, that's cool. That's cool. And another $2 super chat from our brother John TJ says, I've used Steam through GeForce Now. Oh, nice. So yeah, like I said, because I found it weird over there, Maurice, what you said, because I remember that my buddy New Legal played this game directly on Edge and jumped his GeForce Now. Like I said, I had to ask him though, but I guess TJ already tried, so it seems like you don't need the developer direct to try GeForce Now.
Mhm.
Weird. Yeah. All right. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Let's see now. What else is chat saying? Because man, they're on a spice today. Jesus, man, everybody in here. Woo!
I don't even think that the Japanese government is that sad about Assassin's Creed. You know,
Oh,
there's maybe one or two people that are like, "Oh, it's not completely 100% true." To, of
mhm.
course not.
The only thing they asked for it to change was the whole shrine thing, because they didn't want people in real life going over there trying to destroy the shrines, because there's some people out there that do get kind of the idea, but like, yeah, let me be like Assassin's Creed. Let me go out there and let me destroy this shrine. It's actually a good thing. They can went in there and talked about it, because at the end of the day, they don't want to give people that idea. You
There's
know
always somebody offended by something, you know, but
exactly.
the best thing about this is just to ignore it.
Hmm. And have fun and
Just have
play
fun,
play
play
the
the
game.
game.
Yep.
There's always somebody that has something to complain about. I can find literally in every piece of media something I could complain about
Yep.
if I wanted to. Do I
Hmm.
want to? No, because I don't care, because I like to play the video game. Or I
Yep.
like to play the movie, or watch the movie, or watch the series, or whatever. You know, this week I was watching this new Netflix show. It's called Adolescence. I know maybe some people already seen it. I can highly recommend it. By the way, it's about a 13-year-old boy that's being um, that murdered a young girl of his own age, and It's based on true facts, but the true facts in the series, it's a white boy, but in real life, it was a black boy. And there are people in the UK complaining about the fact that it wasn't a black boy in the series,
Oh
but
God.
a white boy in the series because they are more aggressive with the black people in the in real life than there are white people. That's how they are complaining. They are not. They probably didn't even watch the show. The show is amazing. It gives you an idea about what happens when something like that. Yeah, they raised it was not a real boy. They race swapped it exactly. They race swapped it to a white guy, and I didn't care. The series was amazing. The series was brilliant, like spot on. I didn't care if it was a white guy or a black guy or a Chinese guy. I didn't care. I just cared about how good the series was and
Hmm.
what it did with me. If it was a black guy or a white guy, I really don't care.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is. I mean,
If it's
that's
good, it's good. You know, that's same with Samuel L. Jackson playing what's it in the Marvel series.
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury. Nick Fury is a white guy
And
in
he
the
did a,
comics.
he did an awesome job. I mean, he was a cool kick-ass Nick Fury. I like that.
Nick Fury
Yeah.
is kick-ass as Samuel L. Jackson. I
Yep.
can't think of anybody else doing Nick Fury.
Yep. Yep. He did a good job. I mean, yeah,
If it's good, it's good. It doesn't care if somebody is black or white or whatever. If it's good, it's good.
hmm hmm I mean, Maurice, it's just like I say, all this stuff out there that I'm seeing is just to get those clicks and just to get the movement going. And
Hmm.
and the funny part is, I mean, look at this. We got AC Shadows with 2 million already. 2 million already. Literally, this game like a day that came out later. I mean, I think it was Friday. It was overnight already that they reached 2 million users. It was insane. I
Hmm.
mean, those guys really did an amazing job. But not only that, what I'm really happy about is finally, they actually sat down and said, okay, let's make a really good Assassin's Creed. Let's pour our hearts into it. And of course, right, you will run into some bugs into the game, but it's not as buggy as the usual back in the day Assassin's
Oh,
Creeds.
definitely.
I mean,
Unity was a dumpster fire when it first came out,
hmm
and this
hmm
game is really polished.
it's really polished. It really
I
did a lot
almost
of good
didn't
work.
find any bugs in the game. Rarely, rarely. Even like in the most dense areas with trees and stuff, I didn't got stuck anywhere or anything. It's really well made.
hmm They really did an amazing job. I mean, I'm super happy with that game. The way, like every time when I go up to get the eagle views, when I see that, so I've recorded so many of them because I'm like, wow, this is gorgeous. I mean, I have never seen anything so gorgeous like that. And when you're running around in the field, the flowers blowing in, the grass, the
And the view
wind.
distance, if you are like, oh
Oh,
my goodness, it's so incredibly big. And
yep.
everywhere you look, you can literally go there.
Hmm.
It's really good. And by the way,
It's
if is the Snow White movie doing good? I hope not. I'm still rooting for the apple to win in that movie. And that's not because they race swapped Snow White, because the girl playing Snow White is just a horrible person.
Mhm.
I think that's the reason why. I think she is
Oh,
like a really horrible person, and she deserves all the backlash that she's getting.
yep.
It has nothing to do with the race swap, you know. The queen is also, I think Gal Gadot is what, like Israeli, if I'm correct. I'm not even
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, she's from Israel.
She's
Agoda.
from Israel.
Yep. Ooh.
Nobody bats an eye.
Wait a minute, she's in that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go watch it now. It's gotta come out. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Oh man. Hey guys, nothing wrong with having movie crushes. Hey, I had a big crush on, well, I still do on Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't care how old she is, but. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh
Michelle Pfeiffer
memories.
as in the old Batman show, probably in like
Yeah.
a leather costume, maybe.
Yes. Yep. Oh
Yeah,
man. True. Yep. Hey, that was my number one movie when I was super young.
yeah. Batman Returns.
Batman Returns. Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
love it.
sir. But man, it's just it's funny, Maurice. I just sit here and just look at stuff that happens over there on social media. How they even showed us who was the final boss, and I was like, really, you guys are pushing this final boss because it's crazy. Why are they pushing this? Why are they keep on? Hold up, my camera keeps on zooming in. But why do they keep on pushing, like trying to destroy Ubisoft when I sit here and I look at the past of Ubisoft and I look at all the good stuff that Ubisoft has produced out of their stuff, right now they're in a really like literally they have not done so well because I even said that things we got to complain about Ubisoft is okay, change your bugs, right? I always said this, let's sit down. This if we want to be critical of Ubisoft, let's talk about the bugs. They have been releasing a lot of buggy games. They also like, for example, Watch Dogs back in the day. You remember that trailer? They showed you something, and the game releases another thing. Same thing happened with the Division. I remember when I saw the Division gameplay for the very first time, I said, "Let me go get myself an Xbox One. Let's go run, 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 run. Let me go buy it because when this game comes out, it's going to be phenomenon." It didn't come out like it was supposed to, and that was something I complained a lot about at Ubisoft. And I also said they need to really sit down and look at their titles and say, "Okay, let's work into this one. Let's make another." Like for example, we need another Rainbow Six game, Maurice. It's time for another Rainbow Six game.
Mm-hmm.
They need to bring that back, especially with Delta Force running
Or
around right
Splinter
now.
Cell. I need a Splinter Cell.
Yeah, we need a Splinter Cell too.
Yeah.
That's the stuff we gotta complain to Ubisoft. Saying Ubisoft, go back to those days when
And
you
where and
created
where
these
is
games.
Beyond Good and Evil 2? They announced
Oh
that game
my
like
god.
7 years ago. We saw a
Yeah.
trailer and all. It's
Yep.
gone.
It's
Nobody
gone.
knows.
Nobody knows. And that's the thing, though. That's the things we as video gamers should be complaining about. Like, where are these games, guys? I mean, you guys showed us this, what's happening to these games, what's going on. We saw the Splinter Cell announcement 3 or 4 years ago, I think it was. And we still have not gotten like a sweet update to it. And every time I go to an Ubisoft showcase, I'm like, okay, show us Splinter Cell, show us Splinter Cell, show us Splinter Cell. They're just focused on the Assassin's Creed series. Okay, cool. But in the end, show us at least little take about Splinter Cell to get us happy because we want a Splinter Cell game. We need it. I mean,
Mhm.
now we're getting a Metal Gear remake, right? It's coming in August. Phenomenal. Where is Splinter Cell? Where is it? That's what we got to complain about. And I keep telling the guys here on the show, that's the stuff we got to complain about. Where are these games that we want to see and quit with the bugs and also the expensive, prices that they put out there, especially with the Star Wars game. Oh my God, that was mad expensive. But like
Yeah.
I said, it was a choice though. But in the end of the day, it was still too expensive. And the way the game released, that was a buggy mess. They actually came out there, and started to fix it, which I was really happy because they're fixing it. But at the end of the day, it was a lot of money for a game release that was too buggy. It's crazy. And I tell everyone this, that's the stuff you've got to complain about. Not all this stuff because again they're ruining experiences for the people who want to buy this game, who want to sit there and buy it because they're showing it to you like this is an obligated situation. No, it's not. It's optional if you want to make it. If not, don't go get with anyone. Just have fun and just keep on hacking and slashing. Just have fun. 30
Yeah.
hours in, first romantic choice happened to me 30 hours into the game. Incredible what people focus on.
I love this too. What you're saying. When Indiana Jones release date is announced today, they will say Xbox is dead again. Well, they've been saying Xbox is dead for almost like 10, 15 years now. Like
Yep.
every other day. I think the first time I heard people complaining about the Xbox was around the time, I think it was Quantum Break, that would go to PC day one.
Mhm.
And there were people like, "Oh, Xbox is going to die, and this is the end of Xbox. This is the last generation." Hey, it's been 10 years. Xbox is still there. How are they doing it?
I mean, yeah. I mean, how are they doing it? How are they kicking butt? How are they, surviving this?
You
How are
know,
they making
Xbox
the
is right
money?
now is one of the biggest publishers of games,
One of the
and
biggest ones.
and they make consoles. They are the biggest publishers in games, and they make consoles.
So, good thing you bring that up because I mean, Maurice, if Xbox really does add Steam to it, is that going to be the biggest game changer out there for a console?
No,
You think not?
no.
Why not? I mean, I want
Why
to
not?
hear.
You know, it's funny if it has, but I don't think it's a game changer. The Steam Deck theoretically only uses Steam. If I pick up my Asus ROG Ally, I can literally use every storefront there is on PC on that thing. Does it make the Asus ROG Ally um, sell more? No, definitely not.
I mean,
It
Marie,
doesn't do that much. I
let
think some people will like it. I think some people will definitely see the benefits of
hmm.
having Steam on it, but I don't see it as the
But
game changer.
okay, let me picture this idea. What happens if you get the Epic Store into it? What happens if you get the and if you get
You're-
it for a very affordable price? So have a console at home for a
Mhm.
very affordable price. You can have all this on this box.
Yeah,
I mean, for consoles itself, would that be
it
a
would
big
be
win?
great, but you still
Yeah.
have the problem of something like Nintendo or PlayStation that have the name.
Mm,
They will still sell more. Even if Xbox would add everything to it, everything on it, PlayStation will still sell more. They have the name. The kids, the young kids, they all want they all want a more name recognition is so incredibly big.
yeah,
Right now, it's
that's the word.
Nintendo still has they are outselling the PlayStation 2 right now on
Hmm.
Nintendo Switch.
Wow, they have done so amazing with that because they really upped the ante with this console.
And
I
in
keep
terms of hardware, it's a piece of crap.
yeah, it is. Nintendo, don't come after me and Xbox. I mean, we're just speaking the truth, just in case, because we gotta say this, or else you don't want them knocking on our doors and say, "What do you mean this crap?" I mean, we're doing this. You know how they are. They get
Name
there's
recognition is so much better. And
yeah.
they worked
That's
a
the word I
long
was
time for
looking
it.
for.
It takes a lot of time to really get into the mindset of
Hmm.
like the casual gamers, the parents, and those are the casual gamers that play the Call of Duties, Fortnites, and Minecrafts and stuff. They would way faster buy a PlayStation for their kids or a Nintendo for their kids than a Xbox. And Xbox, I think I see it in my own channel. I see it in my own channel.
Hmm.
The demographic of people owning an Xbox is 25 up to 55 years old.
Hmm.
Young kids, young children don't buy Xboxes because the parents know PlayStation. They don't know. They didn't grow up with a Xbox
Hmm.
or anything. They grew up with a Nintendo or a PlayStation back in the 90s. And now they still have like that name recognition. Even if Sony would bring all their games like The Last of Us, God of War, everything day one to Xbox, PlayStation would still outsell Xbox.
Yeah, interesting. That's an interesting take because that was literally the word I was looking for. Name recognition. Name recognition. I was looking for that word for so long that you actually popped up and said, yes, that's the word I've been looking for like almost 2 years. I totally forgot about it. Yes. And speaking of which, John TJ with a $20 super chat. He says, Xbox tester, you sh- you should be on the podcast every day. It's nice having you on. Steve will be on Xbox. Also, Microsoft needs to buy the Assassin's Creed franchise and Tom Clancy franchise, then go buy all of WB and be done. Wow. Amazing. I mean, what do you think about that? Getting WB, getting everything, Maurice. What do you think about
Yeah,
that?
thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. That's
You
that's an amazing compliment. But yeah, it's not that hard.
like to get
If I talk to my two, yeah, what Google Poe also said, all my nephews and nieces don't give a peep about consoles. It's all PC and tablet mobile. That's also true. This new generation, what we're getting right now, all grew up with a tablet in their hands. I see it with my nephews. They are like 6 and 9. They game on their tablets, they game on a mobile device. So when Xbox is moving to a mobile device, I think that would be really smart because the next generation of gamers that will get the next iteration of Xbox that are like 15 or 16 will see a handheld portable system of Xbox and would rather buy that than a home console of PlayStation. So, yeah, it would be really smart for Xbox to come with a more portable system, or like the Nintendo Switch has, like it's a how do you call it?
A hybrid. It said a
A
hybrid.
hybrid
Yeah,
console.
yeah, hybrid console. Yeah.
So that would make so much more sense to make that instead of a dedicated console that we grew up with. We need to check the not us. We are not the new gamers. We are the old school gamers. We are most of the guys
Hmm.
of our age still want our games on a physical disc or on a physical cartridge. We want to go to a store and buy our games in a store. The next generation of gamers that come, they don't care if they have a disc. They don't care if they have a cartridge. They just want to play the game. They That's why Game Pass is also so important for the future. They don't care about physical anymore. We care about physical. Our generation cares about physical
Hmm.
because we grew up with it. The new generation, they don't own a single game physically on their iPad because it's not possible.
Yep. I mean, my even my nephew. That's all he plays. He uses the iPad. I even asked him this, and I said, "I got a question for you." We were talking the other day, where we were out of town, and I asked him, "Why? What do you prefer, the PlayStation or the tablet?" He says, "I prefer the tablet." I'm like, "Why?" He said, "Well, I got a lot more games to play. Not only that, I talked to my friends and everything. I said, you can do the same thing on PlayStation." He's like, "Yeah, but I like playing on the tablet is better." I'm like, "Really?" And
Yeah.
then he showed me how he plays in the tablet. And hell, I don't even got those skills. I mean, I gotta sit there and I gotta start playing on the tablet to match up his skills because this kid can kick my butt. I mean, I've seen kids playing Fortnite on the tablet. They can build you a building in like 2 seconds, while it takes me like 2 minutes to build a building to get it up. These kids are
They
like, I'm like, how
I,
the hell
I've
you gotta
seen
do this?
I've seen guys playing on a tablet playing Call of Duty and shooting everybody
Hmm.
to do, and I'm
Yeah,
like here with the controller in my hand, like what the
what the
freaky dude did just happen?
exactly. I mean, it's incredible how advanced, how technology is advancing, and we don't sit here and we bring it up, and we don't. That's why I always mention how Microsoft is expanding to get the name Xbox everywhere. But like that's why they changed the strategies too, because at the end of the day, being locked in just one console and not expanding everywhere if we put a C, I mean, seriously, it's gonna get the word out. But
Hmm.
just being locked into the console is not going to work. And not only that, they saw this a long time ago. That even you, Maurice, we talked about the DVDs and everything. I mean, DVDs are right now disappearing little by little. I mean, even OG said we're not making any more DVDs anymore because why the heck not? I mean, why should
Sony
we make?
Sony already stopped here in the Netherlands with bringing out physical video movies.
Mhm.
Movies like Ghostbusters, Afterlife, and stuff. I can't even get that on Blu-ray
Wow,
or 4K Blu-ray here. It's not available. They don't have it.
wow, that's crazy. That is
I can
crazy.
only stream it. And these kids, they also didn't grow up with like going to a video store
Nope.
and renting a movie or a video game. They if I tell my nephews like we went to the video store, they're looking at me like you need to go to the store to get a movie. Loser. You know?
Oh man, it's like I also talked about that Maurice plenty of times here on the show. It's like I tell people nowadays, if you're new into gaming, you have it so much easier than we did. I mean,
Mhm.
we wish we had this when we were kids.
Oh
Growing
my
up,
goodness.
oh my god, it
I
was
had like
oh
maybe at the end I had like 10 games for my NES and I was happy with it.
yep, mm-hmm.
I was happy with that. I was super duper happy with like 10 games on my. Nowadays I've got like 3,000 games on my Xbox and I'm like, man, what am I going to play?
Yeah,
I need
exactly.
something new.
And we don't have the time, Maurice, because we don't, because we're getting old. That's one. Two, we gotta work, and it's not like going to school because the school is half a day. And then after your activities, you're done and everything. It's like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and then you got the rest of the day to play. But
Mhm.
damn, nowadays it's hard. Like it's like how I tell people, right? I get every day I sit here and I play for 4 to 5 hours tops, right?
Yeah.
But what happens when I get a kid? That's gonna change. What happens, when I have more stuff to do? That's gonna change. Work too. If I gotta go to meetings, like for example, I have the animal fair this week. I gotta go be going over there. It's gonna be a busy week for me. But it's just life. Life gets in between and it gets harder. But nowadays, if these consoles don't give us the access like how we want it, right? Because that's something very important. Access to player games. Like for example, take your laptop with you, take your handheld with you, take all that stuff with you. That is right now what's really important for us because we can game anywhere on the
Yep.
airplane, on anywhere we're at.
On the
It's
toilet.
a, on the toilet, yes, sir, on the toilet. It usually, right, Maurice? It usually was this little magazine right here, right, that you had to grab and take it to the bathroom. Be like, oh, let me read
Yeah.
what's going on. Nowadays, it's just like hell. Let me take my handheld, or let me take my mobile, or oh man, oh man. Hold on real quick. John Teaching with the $5 super chat says Louis, new gaming news about Age of Empires 4 new DLC. I sent it on WhatsApp. All right, let me go check it out. But keep going, Maurice. What you about to say?
What? What? No, I was reading the chat, and there was one thing I need to go. Oh yeah, concerned. Some people are concerned about preservation about games. What does preservation about games even mean anymore? Let's be honest, there are so many compilations of video games. You can literally get like 90% of the NES catalog on your Xbox these days. You can literally get like a bunch of games
Hmm.
that are way, if you have something like Antstream on your Xbox or PlayStation or whatever, you can play over 1,300 games from the early 80s up to like the early 90s. you know if you really want to play those old games, you can always download them and play them. There's no th- 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 I don't need a cartridge for that
Mm-hmm.
to have them. If I want to play Lufia for the Dutch version of Lufia, on the Super Nintendo, it takes me like 5 seconds to download it from the internet and play it. It preservation for who? For for who? For myself? If I want to play something, I can still find every game I want to,
Yeah.
and there's no reason to. Last week I was even playing Dungeon Keeper on my PC, and that's a old DOS Windows game, and it's literally on EA Play on my PC because I have Game Pass Ultimate,
Wow.
and that's yeah. I don't need game preservation. I don't need to preservate the games. Literally, there's not a single game I couldn't get my hands on right now.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
can literally get everything.
Yep.
If it's legal, nah, probably not, but I can get it.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Let me see. Back in the day, if you had a PS1, you probably had Twisted Metal. Attach rates was insane. First party exclusive. Now exclusives just limit what you earn because you play. Your players are on Fortnite. Wow, that's actually a good. That's actually a good one right there.
Hmm.
That's a good one, and he's right though because that's how it is. I mean, it's like we're out here having a war about what games should people like be playing. Like we say, yeah, this game is awesome, game of the year, and all this stuff. But guess what? These kids, they don't care about no
They
game
don't
of the
care.
years. They don't care. All they care about is, hey, buddy, what you play? Oh, we're playing Fortnite. That's all they care. And
You
like how
know,
you,
look at Indiana Jones and the
yep.
Circle and the Great Circle. People are complaining about it. It's coming to PlayStation really soon.
Mm-hmm.
It already had its moment on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cares anymore about Indiana Jones on Xbox because 99% of the people that want to play it already played it, maybe even completed it or didn't complete it, but they actually played the game that they want to. then why not bring that game to a different platform? It doesn't make any money anymore. It already had its moment. Bring
Mhm.
it to other platforms. I have zero idea or clue why PlayStation isn't doing something like this. The Last of Us Part 1, it already had its
Time.
time. It's
Hmm.
already done. It's completely done. Uncharted, it's completely done. Bring those games to Xbox or Nintendo Switch or whatever and make some extra money and use that money to make new games.
100%. Oh,
It's not that hard.
it's not that hard. Oh man. Well, Maurice, they're asking a serious question. How much commission do you get from Microsoft? I mean, damn, Maurice, you
How do
must
I
be.
get? Wow,
How
I
how
must be
much?
swimming in money.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, where's our commission, right? I mean, heck, we need. Oh man.
I can literally show the commission I got from Microsoft last year.
Mm.
I can literally show you what I got from Microsoft last year for
Oh,
making content on Xbox.
what was the commission? What was
Here
the
it
commission?
is.
Let's see. Let's see.
I got a new headset from them.
Ah!
That's literally all I got from Xbox.
Oh Lord. And
Yeah.
shout out to the 35 people here on the show. Please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell. Go for it. Go for it. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, I hope it will be PS5 Pro enhanced. It makes
Yeah.
zero sense. Why not enhance those games?
Mhm.
I've been playing. I can't wait to see Forza Horizon 5 on my PlayStation 5 Pro. I'm really curious
On how is it gonna run, huh?
how it's gonna run if they're using like ray tracing during the races. How cool would that be if the hardware is there? Why not use it? It makes zero sense.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh.
hardware is there, and Indiana Jones exactly. But still, even if the game looks slightly better on a PlayStation 5 Pro,
Mm-hmm.
would that be a big reason for not playing it on Xbox?
I don't think so because at the
Right
end.
now, right now, I got Assassin's Creed Shadows. I got it on both my PlayStation and I got it on Xbox. Big shout out to Ubisoft for sending me those games. I've been playing it on my PlayStation 5 Pro because I got that version earlier. Thankfully, it has cross save, so I could literally use the save from my PlayStation 5 Pro on my Xbox
Wow.
because Ubisoft doesn't care if you play on Xbox or on PlayStation. And right now I'm playing the game way more on my Xbox while the PlayStation 5 Pro stands next to it because I like to play on Xbox. I like to use the controller. I like to use the controller. And it's the same game. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it does look a little bit better on the PlayStation 5 Pro. But is
Mm-hmm.
that the only incentive to play it? No, I think the controller is way more important for me personally. Um, than playing it on a PlayStation 5 Pro with some little bit better yeah, light effects or anything. It doesn't make the game any different. It's gorgeous,
Yep,
but
it's
after
gorgeous.
5 minutes, I'm just playing the game. I don't look at the sunlight anymore.
Exactly. Exactly. See, Maurice knows what I'm talking about. I explained that so many times already. I talked about it in Call of Duty. Like, for example, if I'm playing Call of Duty, am I going to stop in the middle of a match and admire? Like, wow, look at the rust right here on this wall. It looks amazing. Why I got another person running towards me, shooting at me, or throwing grenades at me. I'm like, yeah, let me run back to it and look at it again. And it takes me like 3 minutes to get there because I'm getting shot at like crazy. So basically, I'm gonna sit there and call it and just look at the rest. No, I mean it's just that one moment where you stop in the game and admire the view and admire the
Pluck
view.
is here. Pluck,
Yes,
pluck, pluck.
Parent Plug, my
Bear
brother, Parent Plug.
Plug.
How you doing? Ah, man, guys, if you guys, I always say this every time he hops in. Well, if you guys are Sea of Thieves fans, go to this man's channel and subscribe. This guy, all he does is Sea of Thieves here, Sea of Thieves there. It's always a blast to watch him play Sea of Thieves. So yes, go and subscribe to Plug's channel, guys. He is a Sea of Thieves player. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We both are.
Hold on. We're gonna listen to a target lock.
We're
What do you
gonna.
say?
Okay. Xbox has to because they have no other choice. They can't now make up their budget of the game. PlayStation doesn't need to bend backwards. Oh, so you're a PlayStation fan? Okay, I see.
I don't get
Um,
it
I,
completely.
I'll tell you this much, Target Lock. Let me tell you my point of view as the business side of things. How's PlayStation doing? And don't come up to me with console sales. Because
Console
if you
sales
come
is
up to me with
great.
console sales, because okay, they're great. Okay, but how are their studios? How is everything going up over there? Real quick. I mean, you just listen to this is the point because this is what you guys need to understand. And I keep explaining to you. As and the business side of things, we see Xbox making games. We see them sitting there making games, delivering great content on their box, right? How is PlayStation delivering that content on their box? Look at them. They literally are now not having that much of games for us to play. So I have a PS5. Just to let you know, it's right here. This is the controller, so you can see it. The box is over there too. And the last time I turned on my PS5 was to try out the Concord beta. That's the last time I turned my PS5. So at the end of the day, if we sit here and we say, why hasn't PlayStation done this? Which they should, because listen, it's a way to bring in money. Can you imagine The Last of Us going to Xbox and those guys who literally went out there and hated on PlayStation all the time say, well, I bought the game. PlayStation is going to be like, well, okay, go ahead and buy it. We need that money to come in. So that's the point of why we talk about this. At the end of the day, it's all about money. These companies survive with money, not by us being fanboys, crazy fanboys onto it. We got to speak the truth, and that is they need to make the money. They need to. So why do you get offended of us, saying this? Because at the end of the day, I wish a lot of people on the Xbox side could say, hey, I want to play Last of Us, and they play Last of Us and they go out there and talk about the Last of Us game and seriously give a good review about it because they've been hating on it so bad that they don't want to play it. But if it's over there, trust me, they will probably go ahead and play it just to trend the hate out there, right? And they will play it and be like, wow.
Yeah,
This
but the
is
big
incredible.
problem, target lock PlayStation 5 is awesome. I can play all third-party and first-party exclusive from everything on a single machine.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's correct. But you need to pay $80 for it. I need to pay almost nothing for it. That's the big difference.
That's the big difference.
So if you are happy to pay €80 for Indiana Jones,
So you're
go for
holding
it.
onto a drowning ship. Oh my god. Oh my god. How is that a drowning ship, Charlie Lock? Because right now they're
It's been
making
it's been
tons
it's
of
been a
money.
drown it's been a drowning
Drowning
ship for
ship
20
for
years.
20 years and it still hasn't drowned.
No. They just bought one of the biggest publishers in the world for like 80 million bucks, but
they they
they're
made
drowning.
500 mil for God's sakes out of Call of Duty, and it's a drowning ship. I mean,
They're
come
drowning so
on.
hard.
Not only
They're-
that,
Poor Microsoft.
I also brought up an article that they already made 80 billion just from Xbox itself. 80 billion,
Yeah.
not million, 80 bill just from Xbox. I
You
mean,
know
yeah,
the problem with Microsoft is they like money.
exactly.
And if Xbox didn't make any money, it would have been gone for years
Years,
already.
exactly. It would have been gone. It would have shut it down.
They
But
would have shut it down so hard within a day.
woo, faster than anything. They would have said
Faster
goodbye.
than the speed of light.
Yep,
It
they
would
would
have
have
been
said it's
gone if
gone.
it
But
didn't make
they
any money.
but they are heavily investing into it, and not only
And
that,
that's
like,
and by the way, that's the difference between Sony and Microsoft.
mm-hmm,
Because Sony needs PlayStation to do good. If the
mm-hmm.
PlayStation doesn't do good,
Uh-oh.
it would go down under
Uh-oh.
extremely fast.
Oh yeah, because they literally forgot the whole point about
And I'm happy about that. By the way, don't get me wrong. I need PlayStation to do good because
mhm.
that way Xbox needs to do good.
Exactly. They need to
So
because it's like it's
each other. The
because here's the thing,
first
Target Lock. When I talk about both consoles, I keep on saying they need to compete. And if one competes and the other one does, I mean, if Xbox takes over everything and Sony goes bye bye, I mean, who's out Xbox out there to compete with? They're gonna who's left out there?
Well, the
And
reality is that Microsoft could buy Sony PlayStation tomorrow
who?
and didn't
Hmm.
have a problem. They couldn't get it because the FTC and blah blah blah, but they
Yep,
could.
they could. I mean, they can go out there and say, Sony, let's buy you up. I mean, we're right
Yep.
now producing games, let's buy you up. I mean, I
They
wonder
could
if
literally buy up Nintendo and PlayStation and still
oh,
have money in the bank.
this, yep, too. They got so much money. It's
They
insane.
got so much money. It's a,
My
you know,
God,
Nintendo and
wow,
PlayStation are billion-dollar companies. Microsoft is a trillion
trillion
dollar
dollar
company.
company. They seem to forget the
Big,
too.
big
Big,
difference.
big, big. So Jacob number tells you, Maurice, in Sweden we have
But what
something
is the
called.
difference? But this is a good question. But when I
Uh,
pay those $80 or whatever, I own that game. You don't own that game. You
yep,
just bought
e-
access to play the game. Read
exactly.
the small letters.
Yep, it's a license. They've been
It's a
saying.
license. You don't
Yep.
own anything.
Even California law over there in California, they put up a law saying to tell the guys of Steam and all these stores, listen, you got to put this as a license that you don't own the game, so people can know that you're actually paying for a license, not only the game. Even they said that they brought it out there. If you don't believe me, look for it. There's Google, which Google is a good friend. You look for it, and it says,
Yep.
Did California pass a law on licensing games over owning games? And it's right there. They literally passed that law saying, okay, you're going to buy a game, it's a license. So people don't get confused between owning a game and having just paying up for a license.
But
Yes,
that's
sir.
also a cool one. I see a lot of people on Twitter saying like the PlayStation 5 Pro is completely obliterating Xbox, but yeah, I don't own a PlayStation 5 Pro.
Oh, no, this base game or not just a license. The whole game data is on the UHD Blu-ray. It depends, though. It depends.
Depends if the game
Yeah,
fits on a Blu-ray. You know,
exactly.
a Blu-ray is max like 50 GB. Most of the games
Well,
take
there's some
Indiana Jones, it's
they
like
have it to 100 now.
117. Yeah, it's like 100 GB. So the
Yeah.
game is definitely not on the disc. So if you don't have any internet or anything, it's yeah, it's a nice coaster. You can use it as a coaster. Put your yeah,
Oh
put your
man.
cup on it.
Why it's so serious with an awesome, beautiful $5 super chat says these guys can't debate with facts, seek and chip while their house is on fire. I hate them all. Oh man.
Why so
There
serious?
it is. Oh
Why
Lord.
so serious? But thanks for the
Oh
$5.
yeah. He is. No, because here's the thing though. I mean, the funny thing is we're this because it's funny, Maurice, we're right here talking about what can places should do, to be good. And they're like, yeah, what do you want this? You guys are deluded. All this stuff. I mean, we're not deluded. We're actually hoping for the company to make more money. I mean, we're saying
Yeah,
company make more money. I mean, if we were
I
deluded, we would have said PlayStation should do this, just stick to the ways and just say bye bye, to hell with all of them.
okay, on the
But
PlayStation
no,
4, that's correct. Yeah, on PlayStation 4, it definitely was more games on disc. That's correct. But we're now 15 years later,
mhm,
and times change.
times are
Games
changing,
get bigger.
guys. Games get bigger. I mean, we're seeing it. I mean, look at Shadow. Shadow's like 104 gigabytes.
Hmm.
Just Shadows. And when you buy the disc version, is two disc into that game. Two disc. Two disc. Seriously. Two disc into that game. I heard people talking about this. Two CDs to play that game.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, seriously. Oh my god. The funny thing
You
is,
know,
where
I want to play the game. I don't care if I own the game. What does it make me better to own a game? I want to play the game. I want to enjoy the game. And if
Mhm.
I enjoyed the game, I'm going to play a different game after that, and I don't care about the old game anymore. You know, for me it's like I just want to enjoy the game. If I need to stream a video game in the future, I will stream a video game in the future. I don't care. If the game is good and I enjoyed it, I'm happy. And if I don't need to pay like $80 for it, uh,
Way
I'm happy
better.
with that.
Way better if you don't have to pay the $80. Because I mean, look, I always talk about this on my channel. Let's do a couple things about conversion. The dollar right now in my country as of today is 65. The other day was 63.25, sorry. Now it's 63.30. It's 5 cents up. So imagine me that I had to pay $80 for a game. That's like 5,000 pesos. 5,000 pesos. So what do you think I'm gonna do? I gotta look for an alternative, to play games because that's what I love to do. I gotta look for an alternative, and Game Pass is my number one alternative. Because if not, from playing 90 games or 80 games that I play in a year, it will be dropped down to probably 10 or 12 games a year. And I don't want it to be like that. I don't want it to be
But
like
what if someone doesn't want to pay $20 every month for the rest of his life? Then
that.
he doesn't pay $20 for the rest of his life.
Yeah. I mean, brother, it's not obligated. That's the thing, though. Nobody's
If you still
obligating
if you still want
anybody.
to pay $80 for the game on Xbox, you pay $80 for the game on
Mhm.
Xbox. Nobody's
Yep.
holding a gun to your head and say you need to pay $20 a year, month per year.
Yep. Exactly. But man,
You know how many people right now are playing Assassin's Creed Shadows on Ubisoft Plus for like €17 for 1 month? How many people are doing that?
hmm, hmm, that's a good question.
Think about that.
And it's funny because I
You know,
mean,
you
like,
don't need to have Game Pass all the time. You don't need
exactly.
to.
You don't need to.
It's the same as like PlayStation Plus Premium. I've got a PlayStation Plus Premium subscription. I pay like what €170 a year or something. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. Because a lot of the games are on there, and I don't need to. Sometimes even a few handful of new games are coming to PlayStation 5 Premium. So I'm okay with that.
Mm,
But if you don't like to pay like $20 a month for a subscription service, nobody is telling you to do that
hmm.
if you don't want to.
Oh, look at this. You know why ponies are annoying? How I heard them on AC Shadows is it's not better than Tsushima. They're always coping with some imaginary exclusive words. So pathetic. Laugh out loud. Well, I gotta tell you something. I played both games. I
Me too.
have played both games, and I gotta tell you something. There's some good stuff. There's some great stuff that AC Shadows has that I wish Ghost of Tsushima had too. So at the end of the day, though, this is what we when I sit down I start comparing games because I like to get games to compete. I wish that Ghost of Tsushima had, for example, the instant head chopping, arm chopping like it has in AC Shadows. AC Shadows has instant hand chopping, leg chopping, head off chopping. I mean, it's amazing.
Hey,
That oh, I wish it
there's
had that.
there's a world, and I know this is going to be really strange what I'm going to say right
All right,
now, but
go for it.
hold on.
Go for it.
Both games can be fun.
Exactly that too. Both games can
They
be fun.
don't. There is not a winner or anything. Both
Mm-hmm.
games can be fun to play.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost of Tsushima,
It's got a
what
great story. Oof,
great game. It got
great
a
story.
83 Metascore, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed Shadows got an 81 Metascore.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, I'm digging this story to AC Shadow. So I haven't finished yet for me to tell you if it's better than the Tsushima story or if it's not. But at the end of the day, though, I cannot sit there and say, well, Tsushima is a bad game. No.
They were both
They
amazing.
were both amazing. I mean, Tsushima, I played it. I had a blast with it. I can't wait for Ghost of Toy. I hope they do add on like the stuff, that like the insta kills, like for example, that AC Shadows has. Because if they do that, it will be even way more better. Like I said, something that I really did not like about Tsushima was that. But other than that, running around, doing what I had to do in the game was super fun. It was a super fun
Hmm.
game, good story and everything. So is AC Shadows. But going out there saying, "Well, this game is better," I don't find no game better than anyone. Now, what I can talk about is that where can they compete to get better? That's what I can talk about. That's what I can bring into the
Let them
table.
learn from each other.
Exactly. Let them learn from each other. Get
Let them learn
better.
from each other. Let get
Yes.
better. Make a better game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that hard. Both games are amazing. It's not. I don't prefer Shadows above Ghost of Tsushima,
Exactly.
and I don't prefer Ghost of Tsushima above
About the shadows. Nope.
Shadows. I think both games have their own rights to be there, and they are both fun.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Ghost of Tsushima is not the better game or anything because it's a PlayStation exclusive. No,
Mm-hmm.
it has
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with that. You know,
Nope.
it's a great game. Like, let's be honest, it's an amazing game, even, but it's not better than the other, or the other is not better than the. They're both amazing. And let's be honest, a lot of stuff in Ghost of Tsushima has been taken from the Assassin's Creed series. They were just a little bit earlier with the Japanese setting.
Yep. I mean, it's a beautiful game, beautiful game, beautiful game. Both of them are beautiful. I'm having a blast playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, and right now, what are we doing here? We're talking about it. We're having fun because, like I said, there's a lot of hate towards this game. I do not know why. And at the end of the day, hey, hate all you want. While you guys are hating, I'm right here playing and right here enjoying it and having a blast. Having a blast.
And you
That's what
see
we're
it.
doing.
Yeah, it's. I love video games, and I don't care if it's on PlayStation or Xbox or on Nintendo Switch. I love video games.
Hmm.
Do I like to play my video games on my Xbox? Yes, I do
Yeah,
like them.
same
I
here.
like the games better on Xbox, and that has
Yes.
nothing to do with the system or the brand or whatever. I just
Mm-mm.
love the controller a little bit more.
Yeah,
So that's
exactly.
the only thing. That's the
I,
only thing. Nothing
yep.
more, nothing less. I just like the controller of the Xbox better.
All right, all right, all
So
right.
yeah, that's the only thing. Right now, I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles. I'm loving. Why is that game not on Xbox or PlayStation? Holy moly, that game is.
Really?
Mwah,
Because
it's so good.
I know a couple guys who love that game. I know a couple guys who love that game.
Holy moly, I wasn't expecting it. I got a key from Nintendo, and I wasn't expecting anything from it, and I was like, wow, that's cool. That's amazing.
That's good.
What do you
That's
guys think about games that get delisted? I think that's shit. That's a
hmm
good question, Metrius. I think it's shit, but it's also understandable. These companies are companies that want to make money. They don't care about game preservation or whatever. They like money. A lot of these games are delisted because of licensing issues, music, cars, sporting events, or whatever. If they use their licenses, these games get delisted. You see that we've already seen that with games like X-Men Origins Wolverine, Deadpool, the Marvel games, everything like that. They
oh,
need
yeah,
a new license for those games to
like
even
X Men,
sell
like
them.
the X Men, the arcade, and the OG 360 days.
There was a time when we couldn't get Metal Gear Solid 3, for instance.
Wow.
Or, yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3, I think it was.
Maurice, take over real quick. Let me jump into the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
bathroom.
no
It's a while.
problem.
Take over real quick. Be right back. Be right
Yeah.
back.
And there was a small problem about Metal Gear Solid 3 because there was like video images that they licensed from somewhere and they couldn't sell it anymore because the licenses for those videos were expired. So they needed to renew those licenses. But at that moment, it made no sense because they didn't make that much money. Guitar Hero also really, 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 really big thing with licensing issues. So yeah, there are it's and these games don't make that much money anymore. Maybe a license for Wolverine costs what, maybe 100K per year or something, and the game. The 360 version will sell like 1,000 copies a year. Yeah, that doesn't that cost will cost money. That will cost money to keep that game in stores. So they will let the licensing go, and yeah, that's why. And am I a fan of it? No. Do I understand it? Yes. Exactly. Microsoft had to get licensing for the Tony Hawk Pro Skater music. Also, a lot of the characters from the original Pro Skater are not in the new Tony Hawk remakes. Yeah, Phil Spencer. It's better to own the license than to license the license. That's correct. Break news: Starfield is here and Concord is not. That's a fun thing. I thought Concord was actually a pretty fun game. It was not a bad game. It was a really well made game. The problem with Concord was that it costs 40 euros, and the other problem was it wasn't on Xbox. And I do think that actually it would have made more sense to bring that game to all consoles and not only on PlayStation, because that's a game that needs amazingly big kind of gamers to really get going. And I think that if Concord was on Xbox, it wouldn't have flopped.
Hmm.
But I said that before and I said it again. So, and the same goes for a lot of these games. It's really hard to keep these games going, especially like these free to play big budget games like Overwatch, and it's a lot of money to keep these games going. And yeah, free to play would definitely have helped Concord, and to bring that game to all platforms instead of only PlayStation harmed the game insanely because it was not a bad game. I actually played it. I enjoyed it. I did the beta. I even have the full version. It's a really, really good game. Completely wrong in the market.
Yep. I mean, I even said it. I think it was bad. More, another thing was bad timing plus that $40 because you have a lot of free to play games. Not only that, they also they were the Marvel Rivals was around the corner too. Marvel Rivals
Hmm.
got big, and
Marvel
I
Rivals has the name.
yep, that's the name. Yeah,
Brand
yeah.
recognition.
Like you said, brand recognition. So real quick, let me read something that Jacob Nova said. Where is it? He said something about. Let's see if I can find it. Where is it, Jacob? About the Embracer thing? I don't see. Okay, he says, Maurice, in Sweden, we have something called Embracer Games Archive, a big warehouse where people work to preserve games that they try to buy every physical game ever plus variants. All right, that's cool. That's cool that you
You
guys have.
always have to let like, and if there's a few of them that do that, the
Hmm.
preservation of the games, I'm perfect. Do that. I don't need to do that for them.
Hmm.
They could have made a whole console war meme with it. Concord, Xbox versus players, had players wrapping their brand and fighting each other. It would have been extremely good if that. Same goes for what was it called on Xbox? We had like this um, a three versus three game. What was it called again? From the same maker.
Bleeding Edge, you mean? Bleeding Edge?
Bleeding Edge. Bleeding
Yeah,
Edge.
yeah,
That game would have been a way bigger deal if it also came out on PlayStation and on PC on everything the same day. That game got nowhere in like a week or so. It's still running. I have no idea why, but it's still running. But that
yeah,
game would have
exactly.
been a way bigger success
Yeah.
if it came to all the platforms and
Hmm.
not just only Xbox. Some games need more systems to sell and make it
Exactly.
so. Helldivers, same story. I think Helldivers is already a success because of PC, but I
Hmm.
do think it could be an even bigger success
That's
if
if
it
it.
also comes to Xbox and eventually to Nintendo Switch too. I think that would make it
I agree.
way bigger. Yeah, Bleeding Edge didn't got delisted. It's still running. But it would have been a way bigger deal if it didn't got only released on Xbox.
Hmm. I mean, here's the thing, though, guys, and I'm being honest with you. I talked about this plenty of times, right? It's like same thing with Final Fantasy and Square Enix, right? Not everyone is fan of those games, right? Because I mean, if they were fans of those games, we would have had in general probably Final Fantasy would have sold. Let me see. There's 1.3 billion PC players. There's 600 million console players. I mean, if Final Fantasy was such a big game, it would have sold probably in total. If everybody loved it, it would have sold probably 2 billion copies. That doesn't happen because not everyone is fan of that game. Not everyone is fan of it. So by locking it into one console, especially on how much these games are costing nowadays,
Hmm.
it's not a good thing. They gotta open up. This is why PlayStation took a different route too, because people don't sit there and talk about this. Because when you say the word exclusive, right? The exclusive word is that it's only for that console. It doesn't have to go to PC. It doesn't have to go to Xbox. Nowhere. It's just for that console itself. It's just exclusive. Kind of like how Nintendo maintains its name, right? Because look at Mario. Mario Odyssey is not everywhere. Mario Odyssey, it's only on the Nintendo Switch. Only on there. Unless if you do a trick, emulation, which we don't condone it on here, Nintendo, so I have to say it, just in case. But at the end, though, it's only on the Nintendo Switch
Mm-hmm.
legally. It's only on Nintendo Switch legally. They have not expanded because they don't need to do it because they put a Mario out, they sell 30 million copies right on the dot. Put a Zelda out, they sell 30 million copies on the dot too. Not only that, their cost of their games are not as expensive as these games, like how Xbox produces them, how PlayStation is producing them too. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, though, this is why PlayStation said, okay, time to put our games on PC. A year later, let's say two, but hey, we're putting our games to PC because we're trying to get that money in. Yes, I did see it, Jesse James, but we will talk about that one tomorrow. How the PS5, PS Plus subs dropped 15%, which is insane how that number dropped. Wow. Insane. I mean, Maurice, if you got to say something about that, wow, that's some crazy stuff right there. How it
Not
dropped.
really.
Not really? Yeah.
Yeah. What can I say about it?
Yeah,
I just hope they are doing well. You
exactly.
know, it's I think live service or PlayStation Plus and stuff is it's for me personally it's a lifesaver. I love it. I love these
Mhm.
subscription services. I got Nintendo Plus for $40 a year. I got Game Pass Ultimate. I got PlayStation Plus Ultimate Premium, whatever. So I hope they're doing better. I just wish more and more games would go day one to PlayStation Plus Premium, and not only a
Yeah.
few handful of like indie games or something. But and
Yeah.
makes and personally, in my opinion, it makes zero sense to pull first party games from PlayStation Plus like they did with Horizon Forbidden West.
Hmm.
Horizon Forbidden West was on PlayStation Plus, and they
And
pulled it from PlayStation. Why? It's not that you
exactly.
need to buy a license or something. It's your own IP.
Hmm.
Leave it on there.
Leave it on there because another thing that they really have done that really ticks me off, and I even talked about this on here. It's like, for example, they had Days Gone on PlayStation Plus, right?
Hmm.
And so now they're doing the remaster, and they said, well, since you ordered on PlayStation Plus, you cannot get the $10 upgrade. You have to pay for the full game. I was like, why are you guys doing this? I mean, these guys have been for years paying this Plus service. I mean, give them the $10 since you're charging it for them because Xbox gives it for free. Okay, I understand. And you guys want to charge the $10, but give them at least the $10 if they already have the game on PS Plus. That
Hmm.
brings you in more money. It's like I don't understand how PlayStation does this business. And I know the fans will be like, yeah, but but PlayStation, they had to get the money in. So I understand why didn't they do it on the Plus. Hey, listen. If I'm a customer for your console for years, and I've been playing this service for years, as a consumer to your console, all right? Why didn't you give me that option? You should have given it to me instead
Hmm.
of me going out there and rebuying this game to get the $10 into it. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I'm sorry. That's some stuff I just don't acknowledge. I mean, it's like when I talk about Xbox, right, with Fallout 4. Maurice, you tested this thing and they gave that upgrade for free. And not only that, Maurice, it didn't slap a remaster to it, which was really important. It didn't slap a remaster to it. And also, they just left it at the same price as it was right there because they could have taken advantage and said, let me increase the price because we got a TV series. And they didn't do that, which is
Hmm.
another amazing thing. And people don't talk about how amazing that is because listen, look at the sales of Fallout 4. They literally quadrupled.
Yeah.
They literally quadrupled. It was insane. A lot. Everybody was like, "Yeah, I watched the Fallout TV series. Oh man, I want to play some Fallout. Let's go get some Fallout. Let's go buy Fallout." Oh, I think it was for only $20, and they got it, and they got the upgrade version for free. That is amazing for Microsoft.
That's how it should be.
Exactly.
Imagine if you buy
Yeah.
a game on PC and
Mhm.
there's and you needed to buy a upgrade because you get a 49 of a 5090 graphics card, and you need to pay $10 extra to play Cyberpunk on better graphics for the 5090. Everybody would say, ha ha ha, never, it's not gonna happen. But on PlayStation, you're like, oh, here's $10.
Mhm.
Make it
Mhm.
make sense. Make
Mhm.
it make
Make
sense.
make it make sense. Yeah, I mean that's the truth, and I mean, that's something that could have
And I
affected
think
it.
Nintendo will do the same, by the way. I think Nintendo is going to do the same with the Nintendo Switch too,
You really think
because
they're gonna
Nintendo. Yeah, I think they're gonna do it.
they're gonna
They're gonna
charge you to enhance
they're
it?
gonna
Oh,
charge you extra like $10 for optimizing like the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 60 FPS 1080p blah blah blah
oh,
edition, Switch 2 edition for like $10 extra. Nintendo is gonna do it. Nintendo loves money, and people will pay
wow.
it.
Oh, I
People
know
will
people
pay
will
it.
pay it. I mean, if they do that, I'll be on here talking about it. I mean, I'll be on here saying, Nintendo, I don't agree with you doing this. You should do it for free because these guys. Not only that, they paying for this game because right now you go buy Legend of Zelda. Let's see how much it is right now. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
It's like
Legend of
$60 still.
Zelda, $60.
Hmm.
Oh my god!
And they
Imagine
will
that.
make the Nintendo Switch version for like $70 or $80. Watch
It's
it.
yeah, $60 right now. It's
Yeah, yeah.
$60 for that game. That game is like what, 7 years old and still 60
Six, 7
bucks.
years old. Yeah.
Damn, Nintendo keep. Oh my god.
Nintendo is really criminal. If you think Sony is
Yep.
bad
Bad.
with these
Ooh.
updates, Nintendo, and
Ooh.
nobody cares. Everybody's paying it
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man,
because it's Nintendo. They can get away with it.
yeah.
You know that's why. Hey, that's and I'm gonna piss off a few people right now. That's why. That's why Xbox people are smarter than Nintendo and PlayStation gamers. We don't buy shit.
Yeah, so they say we don't buy shit too.
We don't buy shit. We want if we want to play that game on our Xbox Series S or X, update the game for the system. Otherwise, we don't gonna buy it again. We're
Mm-hmm,
not gonna
mm-hmm.
pay you a $20 extra or whatever. That's
Exactly.
not gonna happen.
Exactly.
Imagine, but really, imagine that Gears of War 5 and Microsoft saying, yeah, but on the Series X you need to pay $10 extra to get 4K 60 FPS. Like literally 90% of the Xbox gamers would say, not gonna happen.
Yep.
Are you nuts, dumbass? It's not gonna happen. But on
Oh,
PlayStation, they are like, oh sure, use $10.
yep. Here's $10. Yeah, here's $10. Yeah, it's incredible that they go out there and pay it. I mean, crap.
I wouldn't even be surprised if
Oh,
Nintendo is going to re master some Nintendo Switch 1 games to the Nintendo Switch 2 and let people pay full price for it. I wouldn't even be surprised.
yep. That's how I see it too. I wouldn't be surprised too. I mean, Nintendo. I don't know how they get it. I don't get it.
And people won't complain. People will like, oh, I can play Breath of the Wild finally at 30 FPS more. Here's €60. Thank you, Nintendo.
Mhm.
They would pay for it. I would probably pay for it too, but that's a different story.
Oh man, Maurice. Oh man, it's just some crazy stuff out there happening. I mean, if Nintendo does that, I would be scratching. I was like, no, no, no. Oh my god, I just can't. I just can't. I just can't. I can't imagine that world that Nintendo's going to charge you 10 extra bucks. I mean, if they do that, I'm going to be on here saying, "Wow, wow, I can't believe they're actually doing that. I
Yeah.
cannot believe they actually do that."
In one way, I do understand it. With some games they can get away with it a little bit, but some games I don't think they could get away with it. They're like Donkey Kong Country that came out like a couple of months ago for the Nintendo Switch. It's like a Wii or Wii U title or Nintendo 3DS title. That game already got its time, and they ask $60 for it on the Nintendo Switch, and I'm like, really? Really? You need another $60 for exactly the same game. It's not even that it's like a remaster or anything. It's like 90% running the same as it did on the Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Wii, and the Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS. But people are willing to pay like $60 for it again on the
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo Switch. So,
Yep.
and Nintendo is so used to that with the Nintendo Switch 2, they are going to ask money for updates for the new system.
Mm-hmm. 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 Oh my God, Maurice, where we're headed now? We're going to charge for upgrades now. Oh man, I just hope
100%.
Man, this is what I love about the Xbox, and this is why I keep contemplating the Xbox on this channel a lot. And keep on telling people I don't understand why don't you own one. I'm still like I have that thing in my head, and to keep telling people like I'm not forcing you to buy one, but I say, hey, why don't you get an Xbox? I mean, save money, save money,
Yeah.
save
If
money,
you like money and
save
if you
money.
like to use your money for other stuff than only
Uh,
gaming, I would say go get an Xbox because an Xbox makes way more sense than a PlayStation or a Nintendo Switch. But if you don't care about it and if you have the money for it and are happy to pay like 80 euros per game, hey, go get a PlayStation 5, have fun. Same games, maybe sometimes even better on the PlayStation 5, but you need
Sometimes,
to
yeah.
pay. Yeah.
What you need to pay, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Though we're playing the same games as you guys are, and not only that, Maurice, we also contemplate the Xbox Play Anywhere, which is a big feature for us. That feature is beautiful on the
Mm.
side of Xbox. It's
You know,
beautiful.
I've been playing Indiana Jones on my Xbox, and I've
Hmm.
been playing Indiana Jones on my ROG Ally, and I
Hmm.
don't need to do anything, and I
Hmm.
can just play further where I was on my Ally. The save
Hmm.
game automatically uploads here in. If I play on my PlayStation 5 downstairs, and this is what I think is it's a piece of crap, the PlayStation 5 in terms of cloud saves. If I play something downstairs, I was playing Assassin's Creed, for instance.
Wow.
I went upstairs and I needed to upload the no, not Assassin's Creed. I think Killzone. It was I was doing a video on Killzone, and I need to get the save from my PlayStation 5 downstairs to the PlayStation 5 upstairs.
Wow.
I needed to upload it with my hand manually. I needed
Oh
to upload
wow.
the save manually and download the save manually on the other PlayStation. Why?
Wow. Why? This should. It
God of
should.
War Ragnarok, even worse. I couldn't
Wow.
even use the save. I just did a video on the PlayStation 4 version of God of War Ragnarok. I was really curious how it looked on the PlayStation 4. I
Wow.
couldn't use the save file from my PlayStation 5 version on the PlayStation 4 version of the game.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Nobody's
Wow.
complaining about that. I am complaining about it because I think that's crap. That's shit. That's
And
stupid. It
and you're
makes
paying.
zero sense. It's the same game on the same system from a first party developer. Why can't I use the save from my PlayStation 5 version in the PlayStation 4 version of that game?
Wow. I mean, just listening to you, I'm like, wow, damn. Because I don't have to endure that because I already have my PS5, so I just play my games on PS5. But
Mm-hmm.
like for to grab your saves and it doesn't automatically upload on the. And you're literally in the same house. You don't have to go
In the
anywhere. You're
same house, I don't need to go anywhere. I've got my PlayStation 4 here,
it's
and
like
I got my PlayStation 5 Pro here with the save of God of War Ragnarok right here,
wow,
and I
wow,
can't use the save from God of War Ragnarok on my PlayStation 4. The only thing I could do is the save file from the PlayStation 4 version. I could use it only once on the PlayStation 5 Pro, and they needed to refigure it.
wow. That
That's
is
bad. That's bad. That's really bad, 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 in my opinion. If
wow,
I play Gears of War 5 on my Xbox One, I can use the save that I used that day on my Xbox Series X.
wow, wow. Damn, I did not even know that. Wow, that's interesting.
It doesn't work.
Wow.
It doesn't work. Same goes for The Last of Us. If I play The Last of Us Part 1 on my PlayStation 5 and I would want to go play it further on my PlayStation 4,
Mhm.
it's not that it happens a lot. Most people won't complain about this fact because they don't make content on these systems. So I do make content on these systems, so I constantly need to switch the save games from different consoles. I've got 3 PlayStation 5s in home, and I've got 2 PlayStation 4s, so I
Uh-huh.
need those saves. I need them to use them for my channels. And it doesn't work. I can't use the save from The Last of Us Part 1 on The Last of Us Part 1 on my PlayStation 4. I can't use it. It's
Wow.
it's not compatible.
Wow.
And
Wow. I
and
can't
and
believe they're
people
not.
I hear nobody complain about that.
Because those guys are just adjusted to the methods that they are in, while we're over here, we're enjoying with what we have. It's automatic, loads up everything. Like I said, that play anywhere option is awesome. And also another thing that I read too, and I was like, no, 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 this can't be real. If I mean, well, it is real because it's out there. But if you have Spider-Man on PS5 and you want to jump into the Spider-Man Steam, even though you load up with your username, because they have it like that,
You
which is
can't play
crazy.
further from the save.
You can't play further from the save. You got to rebuy the game and start from the beginning. Oh man,
How dumb is that if you think about it?
that's just no, no, no. But with Xbox though, you just gotta load it up and just continue. If it's a play anywhere title, man, I'm telling you, Xbox. This is why I keep saying
Those
this.
are the little things, I know it's
Little big,
nitpicking. It's
yeah,
nitpicking, but I find it really stupid because it's a first party title on the same system from the
exactly.
same brand
And in the same home, because I mean,
and in the same home.
your home is not like you're playing someone else.
It's not like it's a simple indie game from I don't know what, but it's a first party game and I can't use the
Wow.
save from one system on the other system.
Wow. 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 No, 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 no. This is crazy. This is just crazy.
GTA 6 is going to use its own internal save system, just like Assassin's Creed Shadows has. So
Yep.
you don't have to be where I can literally play the save that I have on my Xbox. I can play that on the PlayStation 5. I could they have cross save function. So that's no problem. Some games, some publishers know how to make a game. Sony is not one of them.
Yep. Wow. Incredible. Just sitting here thinking about it. Incredible. Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry.
Yep. I mean,
Those are the little things I don't
those,
like about PlayStation.
exactly.
PlayStation, amazing system, amazing games.
Hmm.
It's gorgeous, but like simple things that you even need to pay for cloud saves on PlayStation makes no sense.
Exactly. Yep.
You need to have PlayStation Plus to use cloud saves. You
Yep.
don't even need Xbox Live Gold or what it's called Game Pass Core on the Xbox 360 to use free cloud saves.
Hmm.
Cloud
Hmm.
saving is even free on the Xbox 360 two generations ago. And it's 2025 and we still need to pay for cloud saves on the PlayStation 5. That's
Hmm.
how stupid it is.
Wow. Incredible. Incredible. I mean, I'm sitting here just listening to you. I'm like, man, because I only have one console of each. Because if I had all these consoles, hey, there's gonna be a conversation here.
I love my PlayStation. Don't get me wrong. People
Yeah.
always think that I'm like a Xbox fanboy because
Hmm.
I prefer some things on Xbox more than I do on my PlayStation, and that's true. But I'm not a fanboy of Xbox. I like video games and I like simple things, like cross saves. I love cross saves because it helps me as a content creator. Here,
Hmm.
Sony don't get bonus since Astro. Astrobot, one of my favorite games of last year. I
Yep.
completed it. I platinumed it. I think it was the best game ever last year, except for Belletro. But amazing. I had so much fun. It,
And
but there
that's the
are
point.
some things that PlayStation misses that Xbox has.
Yep.
And
It
I
does.
wish PlayStation would look more closely to Xbox with things like quick resume. Like
Hmm.
quick resume also, it's such a game changer. If you are used to quick resume, it's so cool. It's so
Hmm.
but I don't hate PlayStation. I want PlayStation to do better.
Exactly. That's the
And
point. That's something that I keep telling you guys, because you guys see us, because the thing is, you guys need to understand something, right? And I want to make this clear out there. when we sit here, we talk about Sony, right? For example, Sony and the things they got to do to get better. It's just for us, for them to tell them, hey, get better. If they listen to the show, right? I mean, oh, I hope so. They can listen to us and say, hey, Sony, why don't you get better with this one? Because I mean, shit, I'm sitting here playing your games and I can't take my saves everywhere, like how Xbox does it. Get better with this. That's what we need. We
Do
need it.
better.
Do better. That's
If
all I'm
we don't
saying.
complain about
I
things
mean,
like that, they will never
exactly.
change it.
They will never change it. They will never change it. They will never or
If you're
fix it or
constantly
make it
saying,
better.
"Oh no, that's all good. Oh, we
Yep,
love to pay like $10 extra for an update
yep,
for the next generation. We love that. Super cool, Sony. Thank you."
exactly.
No, no. Be
Yep.
be honest. Be honest.
And
There are also things I don't like about Xbox.
mhm,
I wish Xbox had like these dual sense, the triggers and stuff. I
mhm.
wish they had something like
Yep,
that. I
that'll
think
be
that's a
awesome.
game changer.
Yep.
That's so cool that PlayStation has that in its controllers.
Mhm.
Why doesn't Xbox have that?
They should have it because I
Make
mean,
that.
if they're not gonna have like how Nintendo has it, they should have at least the Elite Three should come up with that option. That'd be amazing, man. That'd be wicked. That'd be wicked if they came up
Make
with that.
that happen. I would love to see that.
Same
And
here.
I wish Microsoft had more IPs like Sony has.
Yeah, yeah,
Sony
there's a
has
good
some
thing.
amazing IPs like The Last of Us, Uncharted, God of War.
Hmm.
The list goes on and on. I wish that Xbox has that.
I mean, they're working up to it right now because I mean, look at Avowed. Avowed is amazing. Look at that. What's it called? I mean, I'm waiting for State of Decay 3. I'm ready for it. I'm waiting for Doom. That's another one I'm waiting for. I mean,
Mhm.
they're really working up to it. I mean, Indiana Jones was great. I had a blast playing it. It was a
Yeah,
good
but I'm
game.
happy it's going to PlayStation right
Yeah.
now.
Yep. More content for
I'm
you.
more content. Yeah, that makes more money for me. Yay!
Jay Reese with a beautiful and awesome $2 super chat. He says, just remember Xbox better, Xbox butter. I mean, look, we both consoles have their ups and downs, right? They both
Yeah,
have their ups and downs. At the end of the day, they both have their ups and downs. Sometimes we wish this would happen over here, we wish this would happen over there. But at the end of the day, guys, listen. If we don't sit here and complain about something that I do not
I don't
agree
even
with,
see it as complaining. It's just
it's just
critique.
it's just critique. If we don't critique this, then how are these consoles going to do better? How? Because Maurice, let me just add one more thing. One last thing let me add to this. Maurice, I have a PS5 right next to me, connected to me. One thing I critique so much about the PS5 and Sony and everything is that, for example, right now, if I jump into Steam and say, okay, I want to buy this game, I can't buy it because I am part of the 180 countries that is blocked. That is blocked. So I cannot buy it here on Steam. Yes, I can buy it on the PS5. For example, Helldivers. I can buy it on there, but I can't buy the game on Steam because I'm part of those countries that are blocked. And it's right next to me. Why? Why should I be a part of that? Why should I be blocked when I have the access to your game on your console, yet I cannot buy it on Steam? It's terrible that they don't let me do that. It's terrible. And that's something I critique a lot because at the end of the day, we're talking about a country here that the old gamers like we are, right? Who have finally, like some of us have moved to PC and are playing
Mhm.
against a PC. I want to play this PlayStation game. Well, you're part of 180 countries that are buy. I can't buy it. Hell, I still want to be a part of the PlayStation,
Yeah,
right? Let me get the games. No, they don't let me.
yeah,
That sucks for them. That sucks.
yeah.
They're obligating me to get a PS5 to download Helldivers and to play it right on there, which is a really bad move on their side. It is. It is.
Is still somebody is still What?
Why are PlayStation controllers shit? Battery 2 hours. John TJ with beautiful and an awesome $5 super chat. Well, I mean, I don't understand TJ that part too because that's something I've also critiqued a lot. And I said, man, I don't know if you have an edge. Do you have a DualSense Edge, Maurice? I don't know if you have
Yeah.
it.
No, I don't have an edge.
You don't have a DualSense Edge. So when I saw the DualSense Edge, I was like, oh my god, oh man, let me go get a DualSense Edge. I was really pumped to buy one of those controllers. I saw it, I was like, oh, this is amazing. But then comes the battery life, and I saw that's even less battery life than the regular PS5 controller. I said that is a waste of money because all I
It
want is
only
battery
has
life.
hey, it only has 1500 milliampere. The PlayStation 5 controller, 1500 milliampere. I use for my Xbox controllers, I use IKEA rechargeable batteries. They are like 2450 milliampere each. That's almost 5000 milliampere that I'm using for my Xbox controller. And
Really?
these batteries cost like $5 or so.
And how long do they last though?
A long time.
What?
I can literally record like 2 weeks with one set of these batteries.
Wow!
And
Wow!
I need to recharge my PlayStation controller every day.
Yep. And I mean, for example, look at my Elite controller. I have the Elite controller, Maurice. I I always forget like to put it to charge because I forget to charge it unless if the signal comes and says, "Well, it needs some charging," you know.
Hmm.
And but you put it to charge, man, and after you charge that MFR, man, that thing lasts. Woo! So long. I think I'm charging only once a month, and I put
I
a lot
got
of
a
hours into it.
elite controller, and
Yes.
I think this I don't like it. I don't like the elite Xbox controller. You know, it hangs loose. It has like it's crap. I really don't like the Xbox Elite controller.
Really? What don't you
And
like
this is
about
a
it?
series 2 Elite controller, by the
What don't you
way.
like about it? Well, I mean, I
Well,
got some.
first of all, it has an internal battery. I love my batteries, and I love I
Oh,
actually love my batteries.
that's the best part I love about it because that battery lasts 40 hours. 40 to 50 hours. Damn, that's a long battery life. But I got several things to say about the Elite controller that they got to fix, though. And this is one big thing right here that I'm going to show you guys right now. John TJ with beautiful and awesome $2 super chat says, I use the Series Elite 2. Same here. But I got some things you know they got to fix, right? I'm going to show you guys what they got to fix right here. These things go off all the time. They start to unstick after a while.
Got the
One of,
same, exactly the same.
not only that, these triggers up here, man, especially that's something I don't know why it happens to me, especially when I play.
Now,
What's
Sony fanboys, come on, say that we are cool now.
I'll say
We're saying something bad about
yeah,
Xbox. Come
Xbox,
on,
yeah.
where
Yeah,
are
go on.
you?
Who are you? Say we're cool,
Say we're cool.
yeah. We're critiquing an
We're
Xbox product right
critiquing
here.
Xbox products here.
Yes, we are. Yes, we
Where are
are.
you guys? Come on, let us
Come on,
hear.
come on. Let us hear. Yeah, say they were cool. Yeah. But here's the thing though, this controller, right? This thing started to wear off, right? Like
Yeah, I've
this,
got exactly the same
I
here.
don't understand why this always happens. Like the stick goes off, right? The glue. Also, the trigger right here, sometimes it just starts to break, especially when you play like Elden Ring and stuff like that.
You know,
Well,
mine
oh,
was like
oh
a
my god.
rattler for once. I
Uh,
literally had to get it. It's really
uh,
badly made, the Elite controllers, in my opinion, especially for its price. Especially for its
they
price.
gotta make it better. They gotta make it better. That's why I
They
always buy.
really need to
I
make it
got.
better.
That's why I always when they're on sale, I buy them. But if they're not on sale, man, I sit there and I say, you know, I'm gonna wait till it's on sale because I'm not.
Elite PlayStation 5 controller is qualitatively better than the Elite Xbox controller. Here, I said it. So, fanboys happy?
Yeah, I hope they're happy because they're saying we're trying to destroy PlayStation and everything. We're trying to throw it down the road or anything. Nah, we're just being honest. We're critiquing this thing because seriously, they need to fix this thing.
You know, I can
Ah,
really be mad
but
about some things about Xbox that I don't like. You
yeah,
know, maybe there was even a time where I could be pissed off about the fact that some games would go to PlayStation. There was a time, maybe 5, 6 years ago, I would be really pissed if something
basically the
like
same.
Forza
Yeah,
Horizon would go to PlayStation. Nowadays, I'm a little bit older,
yeah.
wiser, and I think, hey, these companies don't care about what I think. They don't care about my feelings. They care about how much money they can make. And that's how I think these days. So it makes
Wow.
total sense that they're bringing all these games to the Xbox. I like my Wolverine free. I still got a Wolverine V2. I love it. It's actually the Wolverine is a better controller than the Xbox Elite. I'm 100% with you on that one, Day Reezy.
Man, speaking of which, I'm taking this thing off. Man, my controller was busted. Oh
Yeah,
crap! It's coming into pieces. Oh, because it drops sometimes on the floor. I hate it when it
yeah.
drops
You
on the
want
floor.
to see a real pro controller? This is the best controller ever. It's my Peppa Pig controller.
Your Peppa Pig controller, really? Oh my god! Oh my god! Well, Maurice, it's time to end the show. And Day Reese, you beautiful and awesome $2 super chats. I like my Wolverine V3 and Blue Cypher controllers. Nice, nice, nice. Oh man, oh man. But Maurice, it's time to end the show. Maurice, thank you for being on here like
Oh,
always. Man, we had a blast. We got chat running. We got some people be mad at us because we're being critical on
we're
PlayStation.
PlayStation. We're
We're
Xbox
PlayStation.
fanboys.
We're Xbox fanboys. We hate PlayStation. We
Xbox
want,
fanboys are stupid.
yeah, PlayStation should die, but we never
Grrr.
said that out of our mouths. We never did. We want what we want is PlayStation to do better.
Yes.
To
And
do
as a
better.
really big Xbox
Yeah.
fanboy, I'm going to play a little bit further on my Nintendo Switch after this show.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
yeah.
really,
Me,
really big.
later on, I'm gonna sit there and play AC Shadows. Since I'm a big AC Shadows fan, and it's better than Ghost of Tsushima, like they're saying out there, right? Ghost of Tsushima is better. So yeah, I'm gonna play AC Shadows.
Yeah, first I need to pick up my car. My car needs is to the garage right now, so
Oh,
he
nice,
needs
nice,
some
nice.
TLC again.
Like I
So
said, see, that's what I say. Life gets in between. We got to take the cars to the garage. We got to do
yep,
things. Yep, yes, sir. We do. We
yeah,
do.
a lot of work to be done, but yeah,
Yeah,
thank you for having me on, and
man, always a
I'm
blast.
happy to be back to your show anytime soon or whenever there's something to
Yeah.
complain about PlayStation. I'm happy to help you out.
There is a lot to complain. There's a lot to complain to make
And
it
I will also
better.
complain about Xbox, and I will also complain about Nintendo. So no problem there.
Oh, chat, before we go, like always, tell us what you've all been playing. And not only that, guys, join our Discord. I keep telling y'all to join our Discord where we have fun conversations. Here it is, just posted on the show. So go ahead and join, chat. Come on. We talk in there, we talk games. We also plan to play games. And also we have a pick on Louis section where Farkay is pretty much the owner of that section. And he posts a lot of pictures of Louis, and have fun with me. Jay Reese with another beautiful and awesome $2 super chat. Maurice is awesome. Bring him back again, Louis. Oh, yes, he will be coming
I
back.
love you guys.
He will be coming back. He will be coming back. We have a schedule for once a month at least.
Yeah.
He's going to be here. Monday mornings, we're going to sit here and just talk about everything that's happening, right? And it was a good time to sit there and talk about, for example, AC Shadows, how much fun we're having. Good times, like always, good times. And like always, we're playing games. So, Maurice, where can people find you, sir?
No. People, you can find me on YouTube, of course, at the Xbox Tester or at the PlayStation Tester. And soon also back again with the Nintendo Tester. And you can find me on Twitter as the Games Tester. So that's where you can find me because it's all about games and not about console wars. People that play
Exactly.
console wars are dumb.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%. We gotta love and play games. That's all we gotta do, Maurice. That's all
Yeah.
we gotta do. Yes,
And
sir.
if you
Yes.
like to play on PlayStation, go play on PlayStation. If you like to
Mhm.
play on a Nintendo Switch, play on Nintendo Switch. And if you like to play on a girlfriend, you go play on a girlfriend. I don't have Discord, but I am in the Discord of Louis. I'm
Yeah.
not a really big Discord player. If you ask me anything on YouTube, I try to react. But if you want to ask me something on Discord or whatever,
He's in
I'm in the chat of Crazy Louis.
Yeah,
So
he's
you
in
can
there.
always that's as the Xbox Tester. So yeah, go check it out.
Just in case, I'll repost the Discord again so you guys can join it one more time. There it is. So go ahead and join it. Chat. Thank you all for hanging out with me today, man. And not only with me, also with Maurice. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I love you guys to death. And Maurice, thank you for coming by this Monday. You seriously, man. We always have a blast on here. Like I said, we like great minds think alike, brother. I mean, look, you have the Ghostbusters thing. I have the Ghostbusters pictures, man. I mean, that is so funny, man. How we came to that same conclusion today. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
exactly. The painting. Why didn't we recognize that before? Because I got that
Yeah.
Ghostbusters logo running for like
I don't
months,
know. I,
maybe
I
a year or something.
Because I was sitting there when you stood up to get coffee. Said, "We said, yeah, that's the Ghostbusters back there. Why don't?"
And I can change it really quick, by the way. It's not like it's a standard, but I like this Ghostbusters logo
Hmm.
just really much. It's I think it's one of the most fun. But I can change it to Doom. Here's like a one from Doom, and what do I got more? Here's one from Final Fantasy.
I can't wait to decorate my wall. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start seriously sitting down
This
decorating
one is
it.
gorgeous too. It's for the Halo helmet.
You got the Halo helmet?
Yeah,
No
the
way.
Master
No
Chief.
way. I
How
got. I
cool
got.
is that?
I'm gonna get the Doom helmet. That's gonna be my next objective. To purchase. I'm gonna get myself the Doom helmet so I can wear it. And grab my BFG and blast the PS5 in front of everybody. Oh, they're gonna
Transformers.
Transformers more than meets the eye.
But
But man,
thank you
thank
for having me on, and
yeah,
yeah, I love to be back in a few weeks when
yeah.
we have
Let's
something
go.
more to tell.
Yep, we're gonna I'll probably be back. Wait, May? Oh no, it's May next month, right? No, April's next month. So
April,
yes,
April, yeah.
April. Yes, sir. April. April's next month. So next month we're gonna probably be on talk about Horizon. It's gonna be.
Horizon on the Xbox.
Yep,
What's
we're
the
gonna.
name of that screen? It's a twinkly squares, actually. Twinkly squares. So, and I didn't got that for free. I bought it, so it's not any commercial. What I'm doing right now,
Mhm.
99% of everything you see behind me, I bought it myself with my own money. So
Yep.
nothing got promoted.
Yeah, because they were saying that Xbox commissions us. We
Yeah,
wish they
people
did.
think that.
We wish
So,
they did. We wish they did, right? It wish
oh
they.
my god, I
Oh,
wish
I
Xbox and
wish.
Sony and Nintendo paid me to do this. I
Exactly.
wish they did.
That would be awesome.
Oh, I would love that.
Would it? Oh man. So guys, where can you find the crazy ones? Simple and easy. You can find me on Twitter X and Blue Sky at Crazy Lou Gaming. And also you can find me on the Xbox. Oh wait, hold on a minute. Oh, I really went far away. Hold up. Whoop. Bring back. Bring back. Chat. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And also hit that bell so it can tell you where. Oh, wait, that's the ending. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Where?
wait, let me do it like I always do.
What do you do? What do you do?
What I always do. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot for me, and it even means more for the channel. Also, use the bell icon. We upload a lot of cool things
Mhm.
about games and hardware and beautiful people like Louie and me. So keep up to date with this channel. Stay here. Please like and subscribe. It's the
Mhm.
best you can do.
Oh man. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Hit the subscribe button and also hit that bell so it can tell you. Wait, that's the ending. I keep getting confused. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Rewind again. Okay, okay. Chat. Where can you find the crazy one? You can find me on Twitter, it's Crazy Louis Gaming, and also Blue Sky, and on Discord if you guys have joined our Discord, and also Xbox International Podcast at 7 p.m. ET with Sourblow, the Big Plume, and Silent Cypher right here on this very same YouTube channel on Wednesdays. On Fridays, if they invite me to do XPI en Español with Elvis, Aliencita, and Metal Berserker. And last but not least, Good Morning with Crazy Lou Gaming when I sent the signal out over there on YouTube, Discord, or Twitter, or Blue Sky, which I gotta start, pumping up that Blue Sky so that way you can know when the crazy one goes on to talk about what's happening in the gaming news world. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so it can tell you when XBI content comes on. And guys, Have a beautiful, and an awesome Monday. And wait, that's how I say it. Damn, you see, I totally got it around. And I will see you guys on the Xbox. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. My bad. On Good Morning with Crazy Lou Gaming. Have a beautiful day, y'all. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Have fun, y'all. Bye bye.